Hello, everyone, and welcome to the very fourth episode of the Shutterbugs podcast, the show where three toy photographers talk about everything and anything geeky. My name is Finn, and I'm joined by my co-hosts, Aiden.
Hey.
And Alex.
Hey, I already know who it is. Hey.
Yes, we do.
I
If
feel
you
like
know
I get
me-
like a chest pain when I hear that. Like, ooh.
But it's too iconic now. You better not,
That's
you
true.
can't stop
You
it.
can't phase it out.
Can't stop the train, bro.
Pause. What the heck, bro? Oh my goodness. That was okay. Anyways, so yeah. We are here with the fourth ever episode. I'm really excited. We've taken like a week off just because of busyness, schedules and stuff. It's just been crazy. I mean, exams are coming up for me. I don't know about you guys, but how are you guys doing in school? Is it crazy?
Not fun.
I've been mellow, this week. Last week I had a swollen face, tongue. It was great,
Yeah, why don't you tell us about that, Alex? How's that been?
Oh,
What happened?
Okay, I'll try and shorten this the best I can. But basically, I woke up with a swollen tongue. I didn't notice at
As one
first.
does.
Yeah, just normal Tuesday morning activities. I didn't notice. I was checking notifications on Instagram, and then I was like, why does it feel like I have a fist in my mouth? It felt weird. And then I was like, is my tongue swollen? I got up, I looked in the mirror, and I mean, it looked like my tongue was like two tongues in my mouth. Like, that's how it looked. I ran downstairs. I told my family. I didn't notice when I looked because I was so, wrapped looking at the tongue, but some of my face was swollen too. We went to the emergency room, and I have food allergies, so we were making sure I wasn't about to die or something. But we still have no idea. Yeah, we went to several doctors. They said it was an allergic reaction. We have no idea what it was too. So
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Whoa.
the day before I ate normal things, like all things I've been eating all my life. And even the night before, things I've been eating all my life. So it's kind of strange that I just all of a sudden woke up with a reaction to something so unknown. You know what I mean? But yeah,
Sure.
That was my week. So,
That's
was
crazy.
great.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a pretty standard couple week and a half, whatever. I mean, I've just been doing a lot of homework. I've been making a lot of fun videos. So if you guys follow my YouTube, you guys probably don't. I just make memes and whatever on there. It's Finn Aiden on YouTube, but I've been posting. I posted two. I posted have you guys seen the new Smash Bros Ultimate trailer where it's like there's no music, but it's just like sound effects?
Yeah.
Aiden, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
I did a couple of those, so I put like hip hop songs behind them, and they flow really well. So I did like Power by Kanye, and I did like Annie Up by like Busta Rhymes and M.O.P. And then I haven't posted these ones yet, but I posted I did like All Right and Good Kid, or I guess Mad City by Kendrick, and they just are super fun.
I saw someone put one of Playboi Carti songs over it, and it fit so perfectly. It like hurt.
That's hilarious.
I'm not a big Carti
I mean, it's
fan.
not very hard. You just throw it in Premiere and just throw a song on there. But I thought it was really funny, and so I posted those up there. And then I just been making memes. I've just been chilling. I need to take more photos. I just have been kind of uninspired. I'm working on a Stan Lee tribute that I'm working on the last couple days. I mean, it's not going to be
perfect one in my mind, and it works so well. I kind of want to tell you guys the idea, but
tell us about it off air, bro.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I'll tell you about it off air. I'm probably gonna.
It's just a lot. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Oh no, I just said yeah for sure.
Yeah. What were you saying, Alex?
I was just saying I'm probably going to refrain from trying to do anything Stan Lee related because I feel like I wouldn't be able to do it up to my own standard. You know what I mean?
Why is that?
Well, for one, I don't have a Stan Lee figure, so there's that. But two, I saw a lot of posts kind of the day after where it just kind of looked like people were just doing it for likes. And I don't want mine to, I want mine to look like 1-6 shooters, Trevor Williams in the group, or I want it to look like Posable Productions or Brandon Dietler, or however you say his last name. I want it to look like that. And I don't think I would be able to do that, especially since I lack a Stan Lee figure. So I've kind of been hesitant to try and do anything at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you don't need a Stan Lee figure. You don't need one, but I mean, I'm not using one because I don't have one.
I'm not going to use one, but my idea works in that sense. And I saw at least one or two photos with people with cutouts, just doing cutouts. So
yeah.
It's a really good idea, actually. But yeah, so Aiden, anything fun happened this week for you?
Just homework, and I've been really intensely working on that every night this week. So that's just been fun. But yeah, in terms of photo stuff, I got an awesome photo that was received well by the community, so that was nice.
The
That
Daredevil
was
one?
cool. Yeah, the Daredevil one.
I like that one a lot, bro.
And then I also, which talking about binges, I'll talk about Daredevil, but that was also an awesome part of my week too, of the show, of course. But yeah.
Sweet.
So yeah, you
Well-
want to get into that?
Yep. So right now we're gonna get into our section for whoever has never listened to this episode, any of our episodes before. We're gonna get into our first section, which is pickups and binges, where we're gonna go through everything that we got this week, everything that we've watched, read, listened to, pretty much enjoyed. And Aiden, you want to go first?
Yeah. So
Sweet.
I don't think I got a lot this week. I believe last time we filmed I talked about all like my Black Series like Imperial people, right?
Yeah. I think so.
I got those, and then this week I got, let's see. I know probably my biggest thing I got this week was the Extreme Sets Subway Terminal 2.0. I got that, and oh my god, it's amazing. It's so big too. Like I didn't realize at least this set is huge. And I mean, honestly, for the price, it's not a bad deal. But like I was saying, I think Extreme Sets really like flourish in their Subway dioramas because like the cardboard that they make is like a little reflective, so it works well with like kind of the tiles in a Subway terminal rather than having like a grungy old apartment where it's not supposed to be like shiny and reflect light like it is. So I think like those are the sets that they really do well with, and making that out of foam is pretty hard to do, like a Subway terminal. So I think that getting an Extreme Set Subway terminal is really a good idea for anyone. And I know Alex has one as well. You have the 1.0 one, right, Alex?
Yeah, I do. I hate trying to light that thing.
How pricey are those sets?
But they're like 40, 50?
Yeah, $40-$50. Yeah. So not too bad. And I mean, mine at least is huge. Like the stairway is huge, and then like all like the floor pieces are super big. Like I can't even put it all on my table to shoot with. I have to like kind of break it into parts. So but yeah, I mean, it's awesome. And like at first when I got it, I thought I think I still want to do it for a shot, is I want to elevate it a little bit so I can have like that little dip off where the train runs, and just maybe like have, I don't know, black like poster paper or felt there to like make it look infinite black, so it's like actually kind of a tunnel there instead of just
you could do like a cool shot of like a character or a hero saving someone from falling into like
a good
that's a good idea.
Or something like that.
So yeah, I was experimenting with that, and of course I took many pictures with that. I only posted, I mean, I started taking like I started making civilian bodies because I have a good amount of civilian bodies. Like I have 2 Mafex civilians, which is Scarecrow, he's a good suited body, and who's my other one? Oh, the Mafex like bank robber Joker, who's a good suited body.
Do you have the Bruce Wayne one? Or did they make one of those?
They made one, I believe. Wait, no, not yet. They made I know they're making a Bale one, and it's coming out in like March. And then
I'm just thinking of the head, aren't I?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So so I used those 2 bodies, then I used my Agent Ross from the Killmonger 2-pack body, my Jessica Jones, Mary Jane, and probably one other girl suited body. Or no, and this the punk like rocker from Apocalypse Wave Storm, and I switched the heads on all those with different heads to make them look like civilians, and I was actually really proud of it. But then after I'd set it all up, I was like, wait, what am I gonna shoot now? I mean, it looks like a cool like civilian Subway, but I just don't want to shoot that. So then I was looking, and oh god, this was some sad news. So I picked up my Bullseye, the Man-Thing Wave one, and I was like, okay, we'll shoot some Bullseye stuff. And so I was trying to remove his pointing hand from his hand, and the peg actually snapped on it.
Wait, which figure you cut out whenever you were saying that? Which figure? The
Bullseye.
No.
Yep. And I was so mad. And what was even worse is the peg got stuck in the hand, so I can't even use another hand.
Oh my goodness. You gotta like heat that up bad and get like some tweezers, bro.
I started using a knife to pry it out, and the knife blade broke inside the hand.
Oh my god!
I was so done. I was like, oh my god. Honestly, I'm just gonna get a new figure, and then I'll use this body for some like kit bashing or custom stuff. But like, there's no way. So I ended up. It was only the tip of the blade, so it was still able to like fit in there. And then I just super glued the pointing hand on in a regular position, so it's on there and it still looks fine, but like it can't be articulated at all.
A
and it's
tip for if anyone ever breaks a hand peg is to heat it up and try and use like a pin or a needle. And what I've done is I kind of stick it into the broken peg and just try and pull it out almost like it's a normal hand. You know what I mean?
That's a good idea. Yeah, I'll try that.
Just kind of stab it and just
then
in there and then pull it out.
That's a good idea. Okay. Yeah. Well, so I'll probably end up hopefully pretty soon buying a new bullseye figure because I'm so off at that, but it's fine. And I was able to use him in the shot actually with the super glued hand. It's kind of hard to move him because I wanted him pointing like behind him for the shot. I'm sure you guys saw probably maybe in the B side or on Instagram, but I wanted him pointing behind him, so I had to get him in a kind of an odd pose, but it still looked cool. And then I just started basically pulling literally almost every figure I had just off the shelf to take these shots. And of course, I use like the red lighting, so I wanted more like villains or darker here. So I used Jessica Jones. I used Bane from the Mafex Bane. I used the Mafex Joker. I was going to use the Mafex Scarecrow, but then I thought a Boog shot that he did, I think it was for his Mafex Scarecrow review, where it's like Scarecrow in that kind of like scary pose. So I was like, I don't want to copy that. So I just started I did Luke Cage. I don't think I did Iron Fist. So I just started pulling stuff. And then I finally got to Daredevil and I had like the pose that I really liked on him. And I was like, okay, I think I'll maybe post that, but like, I don't want to take this whole thing down. Cause like, it's not too hard to take it all down, but like, it's not fun. So I was like, let's like see what else I can do. And then I ended up doing the regular Daredevil shot where I had all the goons mugging someone and then Daredevil and Punisher about to mess them up. So yeah, that was awesome. Didn't break Daredevil, which I'm happy about because he's like one of that Daredevil from the Defenders box set is one of my favorite figures.
Oh, it's so sweet, dude. Those colors are so nice.
I know.
Like
I love it. And
red.
Yeah. Oh, I love that figure so much. So yeah, that was good. And then I guess I'll talk about this now just because I don't have really any other pickups, but I started working on taking apart finally my Ubiquitous set because that thing's been in the regular thing it comes on for so long and that thing's a killer on the fingers. So I finally took it apart and it was actually really easy to take apart. So I have a lot of modular like pieces like grates and stuff like that now. So I worked on making this basically I had this idea last week, which was Deadpool and Cable like go back in time and they take an Imperial Stormtrooper and like put it with a First Order one and it's like it shows them meeting and it's like Deadpool and Cable in the background and like Deadpool, since I have the Reveltech one, has like the hard eyes and is super excited. So yeah, so I've just been working on that and like making kind of a big shipwreck with like little grass on the outside and stuff. And I actually really like the look of it. And I've taken quite a number of pictures. I'm using the Gradient poster board too, which is awesome. But yeah, so did that. Pretty cool. So I'll post that either tonight or tomorrow or sometime. And yeah, and I think honestly, I think that's it for pickups. I don't really think I got anything else this week, which is interesting. And then I finally, so I'm on the very, don't spoil anything, but I'm on the very last episode of Deadpool season 3. I think I'm probably 10 minutes into it.
Daredevil season 3, bro.
Daredevil. I was looking at Deadpool on my shelf, and so I don't know why I said Deadpool, but Daredevil season 3, and I've watched season 1, season 2, Defender season 1, and now I'm on to season 3 of Daredevil.
Wow. Got to watch it.
I know. Sure. After I watched the first season, there was no going back. That show's so good. And so and I was debating making the jump from just season 2 to season 3, and I was like, no, I want to like watch because I know, like, because I looked it up, I'm like, how important is Defenders to like watching all of Daredevil? And they're like, not really. You can watch the summary video and get it. And I was like, no, I'd rather just watch them all. And that could also like get me to watch also the other shows like Iron Fist and Luke Cage. So I watched it and loved it. And so is Elektra dead? That's my question real fast.
I think so.
I think that's kind of, I guess.
Because I have a feeling if they go season 4, which I think you guys said it was canceled, which sucks because I love that show.
No, it's not. It's not. They pitched. Oh, I just read an article. They pitched season 4, so it's undecided right now.
If they do season 4, I have a feeling. I haven't watched the finale, but I have a feeling Bullseye's still alive, and I have feelings. But they could do like the Bullseye Elektra kind of storyline and Daredevil.
I feel like they should leave Elektra alone. I feel like they kind of did too much at the beginning to me. Like, okay, she died twice already. Like, I feel like just leave Elektra in the hand alone. I think that's too much at one time. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, I feel like that's good. And then oh my god, Oh no, continue, Alex.
Oh, I
before
was just saying, I feel like they could do like Bullseye, and maybe they could throw like Lady Bullseye or some other person. Like they were talking
Yeah.
about Sinister, like doing
Oh,
Sinister or something. They could probably do
yeah.
something like that. Just leave the
Yeah.
hand alone. We don't need to see any more ninjas.
Oh man, dude, but like season 3 and kind of season 2 have never made me, one, want a Kingpin figure more, and two, hate Kingpin more.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It's so, I mean, when he like, oh, there's so many things in season 3. Like when he told the lawyers that it was like Murdoch that was the one who was like the bad, one of the bad people. So then they started like the investigation. And then when he like, when Nadeem died, I was like, damn, that's so sad. But
Yeah,
like,
spoilers, but
Yeah, spoilers for everyone, bro.
we're oh wait, what'd I say? Huh? No. So that was, oh god, it's been, and like whenever Bullseye and Daredevil fight, I get so excited because it's so like
right.
interestingly matched, because like Bullseye wrecks Daredevil from distance fighting, but like Daredevil will go to town if it's hand to hand, really close combat. So it's like, it's so interesting to see, and like it's so good. Oh
Yeah, that's one of the things I love about the show is that they really pay attention to the characters fighting. I mean, Bullseye smokes Daredevil at distance. Like it's embarrassing. Like he'd be throwing
Like,
apples at him.
I don't know how he hits. I mean, like it's obvious because he's Bullseye, but like just like every single little thing he throws always hits his mark, and it's like,
Right.
it's just crazy to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
One
like
thing
you feel bad for Daredevil. It's like frustrating.
Right, yeah. It's like, oh god. It's like one thing I do wish that they kind of expand upon is Bullseye not missing. Like I feel we saw a lot of his I throw objects kind of thing, but I want to see him get mad at missing. I feel like we didn't see a whole lot of that.
Like when like I wanted him, at least when like Daredevil catches the Billy Club heading for Foggy, I wanted like Bullseye at first to maybe get mad, but like it was kind of a cool moment where like it was really, quiet, and then like Matt asks who he is and he says he's Daredevil, and like so they have some really, and I also want to see at least Daredevil a little bit try to like, because Daredevil's known to like hit a lot of his shots too, like with the Billy Club, like bouncing it off things and like able to catch things. So I want to see him like catch more of Bullseye's objects, or also like throw stuff and have it hit Bullseye, because like it's more just kind of Wade in Bullseye's field, even though we saw Daredevil at the beginning of like season 1, even the first episode, he was like hitting it off the grates and stuff. So I just want to see him doing it a little more, so like Bullseye realizes that he also has like competition with Daredevil and that. And oh my god, Kingpin and Bullseye's relationship, like it's just that whole season's got me like so fired up. But it's such a good show, and so I think that was all of my pickups and binges.
All right,
Okay,
sweet.
That's it. Yeah.
Alex, get into yours, bruh.
Yeah, so obviously you're not gonna hear a lot of pickups from me this week, especially
If
coming
you know
up.
me, you know.
If you know me, right? Take a shot, boys. Well, mostly during the holiday time, it kind of slows down for me because I know I'm going to be getting gifts, so I don't want to just buy something that's already possibly been bought, and the struggle is real.
I'm like that too, especially because like my birthday's in like 2 days, so I'm like I really gotta like lay off.
But it was my sister's birthday recently, and she asked for Spider-Man PS4. So now I finally have that as my one pickup these past 2 weeks. But I've been playing that, and oh my gosh, that game is clean, bro. It is cleaner than a bug.
Bro.
The game is so clean, bro. I can't even I want it. It's really good, man. Just swinging. The thing is, it's so fun to move around that you don't really want to do anything else but just swing and swing and swing.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, for real.
Yeah,
it's nuts.
It's crazy, bro. So I've been doing that. I haven't gotten very far into it. One thing with me is that I get very distracted by the side quests and collectibles very easily. So I may beat it finally in June for all I know. I may just still be going around getting backpacks and taking pictures of landmarks and stuff.
The main story first and then doing side quests, but I can completely understand where you like do side quests.
Yeah,
I like doing a happy medium. Like I like doing some side stuff while having some left over at the end.
And honestly, some days I just go in there, there's a web swing, and I'm done.
Yeah,
it's so good.
Yeah, I probably kind of am closer to the happy medium that Finn was talking about, but it probably leans more to the collectibles just because I get distracted. It's like, but I want to, one thing with me I've noticed, especially in Assassin's Creed games, just open world games in general, is I just like to have the best gadgets and the best suits and stuff, and then just blast through the story and stuff like that. I'm not a big on, oh my God, I'm stuck on this mission for 3 weeks. I'd rather have the best suit, the best abilities just right off the bat. I don't know what it is with me. I just want to claim it immediately. But that game is so fun. It's great. I love the voice actor. The voice actor's fantastic. He's got the spider humor down pat. I don't know what it is, but I think Spider-Man should have that kind of voice, if that makes any sense. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. That kind of weird, slightly high,
perfect, man.
Slightly cartoon, but yeah, it's great. I'm loving it so far. Good. So that's probably my only pickup. I guess, is it cool if I talk about like a setup, like kind of like
sure.
A setup? Yeah,
talk about whatever you want.
Yeah. So I did a setup last night. And I sent you guys me kind of setting it up, the picture of it, of the sort of soldier in the busted wall. I've actually been trying to do that idea for a while, actually. Boog, ACBA, or Kendall Gray, whatever you want to call him, the GOAT. He posted a photo months ago of War Machine sort of blasting into this wall, and he was going after some sort of terrorist or something.
That on main course. Yeah.
I've been trying to do something like that for a while, and I kind of one issue I have sometimes with photos is that I'm looking too much at the sort of the illusion too much, if that makes any sense. Like I'm like, oh my gosh, he has an entire apartment building and he actually has a broken wall, but then it's like, wait a minute, just deconstruct it. He has a piece. He has a couple pieces that look broken, and he just sacked the 2 walls and put the pieces right, at the end of the 2 walls, Sometimes I have to break stuff down in order to figure out, okay, I can actually accomplish this. So once I finally broke it down, I was like, okay, let me get this one broken Dio piece that I had. It came with Marvel Select Deadpool. So I put that at the edge of the wall, and then I cut up some cardboard to kind of put that on the other edge to just make it look like it's a broken wall, like somebody blasted through, they blew it up with C4 or something.
Yeah.
So once I figured out how to do that, once I kind of got it down, then I started adding the pieces and the lighting. The background took forever. One thing about the gradient reddish orange background is that I feel like a lot of the colors can look too intense,
Yeah,
like
for sure.
That's one thing that bugged me with that cap shot I did with the glass technique, was that I felt like the red was super intense. I don't know if you guys know what shot I'm talking about, but he was jumping out of the helicopter.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But I kind of found like a happy sort of medium between the colors in the setup I did last night. I want to do maybe 2 more shots with that kind of setup, but do like some do it at night. You know what I mean? So like do like a deep black or something. I kind of want to add some fire to it. Like Boog also did a shot with Deathlock where he was coming through a wall and it was at night. So I kind of want to do something like that. But I figured I would just talk about a setup real quick because Aiden talked about one, and I was like, maybe we could add setups to the section. That would be kind of cool. I don't know. It's a really long section anyway, but
no, for sure.
Really quickly, my binges. We watched more of the hip hop evolution thing, Finn.
What are your thoughts? Did it get worse? Did it get better? Did it stay the same?
For us, I wouldn't say it's the quality of the show, but for me and my family, we're not really interested in the southern side of hip hop, like the Floridas, the Texases, stuff like that. So for us, we kind of skipped through some of that. It's nothing wrong with the show. It's just our
it's just a lot. And if it's not mine either. I watched it all, but it's like if it's not really what you're interested in, then why even watch it? I totally get that.
Right. Yeah. And we were kind of bummed that 2 Live Crew got so much airtime, but our criticism with the 80s stuff kind of feeling rushed. But Yeah, so we're on the Tribe Called Quest episode, so hopefully we'll
What are you
watch
thinking
that.
about it? Have you not seen it yet, or did you?
We
Are
haven't
you
seen
like,
it yet. We haven't seen it yet, so
okay, sweet.
I'm looking forward to watching that.
Definitely.
But yeah, the Bay Area stuff was kind of interesting. We liked finally getting to Digital Underground and Tupac. Finally, that was cool.
Yeah.
I forgot how much I liked Digital Underground's production. A lot of the funk and bass stuff. I really like that, and of course, Humpty Hump always cracks me up. That nose was so stupid, but
For real.
yeah. So we've been watching more of that, and I've been trying to get into some of the, as far as reading, I've been trying to get into some of the Valiant comic universe
Okay.
stuff, sort of the Ninjak stuff, and
Yeah.
I haven't gotten into Ninjak. One thing I've been trying to read some of that stuff for a while now. It's just I didn't know which run to start with. Like, should I start in the 2012 stuff? Should I start in the 90s stuff? So
Yeah.
I finally decided I was going to start with the 2012 stuff. The two that I started with are Bloodshot and Exo Manowar. Bloodshot's actually pretty cool. That's the one that's interesting me
Bloodshot
the
is
most.
sweet, dude. I've only read some, but everything that I have read is pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm really liking that concept. It actually interests me a lot. So I haven't read much of either yet. I'm kind of a slow reader, if that makes any sense. Like I'll read a couple issues and it'll be like a week later, and then I'll read more. I don't know what it is with me. And Exo Manowar is pretty interesting so far. One thing with that is that I feel like the concept may not exactly be my speed. You know, I'm more of a street characters person, so I
We
may
know,
be.
Alex. We know.
So I may be slower to kind of get into that, but it looks pretty sweet so far. And then the last thing I'll talk about is music. I've been re-listening to a lot of Biggie's old stuff. So Ready to Die, Life After Death, and stuff like that.
Okay.
And every time I listen to Ready to Die, it reminds me of how much I really like Biggie's voice. And
Yeah.
that's one thing. Like before we started this, Finn and I, you did mention Kodak Black earlier, and people like that.
Ugh.
And that's one thing that I find lacking with a lot of people. Like outside of maybe Drake and J. Cole, I wouldn't say Kendrick has a nice voice.
Oh man, but here's what I think though, Alex. I don't think you think of. I think the voice you're thinking of. I think he does have a nice voice, but like he uses so many different voices that it's like
Yeah,
he doesn't just have one voice. Does that make sense?
yeah. I was saying like I like his voice, but I wouldn't say that he has something that's
maybe a soothing voice. Maybe.
Yeah. Like I think J. Cole has a nicer sounding voice, if that makes any sense.
Sure.
But that was one thing that I really liked about Biggie was that he sounded good. You know, Chuck D from Public Enemy, you know, he sounded good.
Oh,
Q-Tip, Phife Dawg.
Chuck D had like if his voice was like it's like a trumpet. Like it's like freaking loud and powerful. I think Biggie's voice, Biggie always sounded out of breath to me.
Yeah, he did sound out of breath, but some about the deepness and his flow. He had my favorite flow for some reason. Everything he said sounded dope. You know, like there's one line from Ready to Die where he was like, "I got techniques dripping out my butt cheeks," and I was just like, "How you make butt cheeks sound like the most gangster thing, you know, on planet Earth?"
Like, one of my, I feel you, dude. Ready to Die is incredible. One of my favorites is from the party song on the like Notorious B.I.G. movie soundtrack.
Oh yeah,
like I was a terrorist since the public school era, bro.
Yeah,
oh my
I
God.
love that, bro.
He just switches things around so hard.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
I think anyone that listens to hip hop, if you want to know the definition of just devouring a beat, look no further than Machine Gun Funk to me. His third verse where he was like beating dudes more than like Ike beat Tina or whatever, and then he went to go sing What's Love Got to Do with It a little bit. I was like, bro, he's eating this beat. There was another line that he had on there. I can't remember what it was. But I mean, he was eating it like a cupcake. Like I didn't know what to think.
Besides Big Papa, which is one of the greatest songs ever made, and it should be everyone's favorite Biggie record ever. Besides that one, what is your favorite song off Ready to Die?
Oh, that's a really tough one for me. And
it would be Big Papa, but because it's just a perfect song.
First of all, I forgot to rate some of the stuff. So the stuff I've been reading, Bloodshot's getting a 4 out of 5 FPS from me.
A 4?
Yeah, a 4. Because I haven't read that much yet, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
For Exo Manowar, I get that a 4.2 out of 5 FPS. In case you don't know what our rating system is, it's frames per second. So it's 5 out of 5 is the highest rating you can get. Frames per second FPS.
Sure.
For anyone that didn't know that. So first off, my rating for Ready to Die is definitely a 5 out of 5 FPS. That was no doubt. But favorite song, that's really tough. I think that's really tough.
I can give you mine, Alex.
Okay, yeah, you give me yours.
So it's obviously Big Papa, but if we're going off of Big Papa, Brooklyn's Finest with Jay-Z.
Okay.
Jay-Z's my second favorite rapper of all time, and I love the talks about that song because like it's very polarizing who had the better verse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It depends on who you're talking to. I don't know, man. I really like Jay-Z's verse on that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna, and it's not just because I'm a Jay-Z fan. I just like his verse a little bit more. But I think I still really don't know. But like I just think that song it makes me feel so hype every time I hear it. Like you can't be in a bad mood listening to Brooklyn's Finest off of it. Like listen to that song, Aiden. You have to listen to that song.
Yeah. Honestly, Aiden needs to listen to Ready to Die, bro. That's just
I agree.
That's a Before You Die type album that you just need to listen to. But
100%.
I think honestly my favorite is probably Give Me the Loot.
Oh, Give Me the Loot is so, bro. That was one of the first songs I ever memorized out of that whole like when I got into that stuff.
Give Me the Loot.
I did all the voices and stuff. I was so proud.
Give Me the Loot blessed my entire soul when I listened to it, bro. Like I didn't know
so hard.
At first, I didn't know that he was doing both voices for some reason.
That's hilarious.
And then when I found it out, it blew my mind because obviously, if you know me, take a shot, boys.
Oh my goodness, bro.
But the story type stuff gets to me. Like if you're telling a story, and that was perfect. That was like Slick Rick levels of storytelling in that. Like that was phenomenal.
It's just so well done. Yeah, and if you want to even have just an entry point into that kind of music, I would listen to Ready to Die.
Yeah, bro.
It's on Spotify or Apple Music or whatever you listen to it. It's really good.
Yeah, it's amazing. And my favorite, I think Give Me the Loot is my favorite because of the particular verse where he says, and if he gets resistant, baka, baka, baka. When I heard that song gets me hype every time. I feel like I could go rob somebody when I listen to that song. That may not be a good thing, but that song gets me so hyped.
On a different topic of that kind of stuff, there are some songs that like I'm a pacifist. I never really like fight anyone.
Mm-hmm.
But if I were to ever get into a fight, and I brought this song up earlier, if I were to ever get into a fist fight or like a bar fight or something with someone, I would want to be to Annie Up by MOP.
For sure,
bro, that song with
remix,
Remy Ma on the remix, that's what I'm talking about, the remix. Bro, that song, I can't drive to that song. I'll swerve. Like, oh my goodness. I get crazy. That song is so good.
Yeah,
my goodness.
That's me with Give Me the Loot and Black of the Berry and Mad City by Kendrick.
Mad City's I would put California Love up there.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, California Love, I think that kind of mellows me out a little bit more than it would make me want.
It all depends. It all depends on what mood I'm in because I can be like just kind of like grooving to it.
Yeah.
Like a G-Funk record, or I can be like, dude, I think one of the hardest lyrics ever spit in hip hop, in my opinion, is the out on bail, fresh out of jail, California dreaming.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. It's really good.
Yeah, but I've been re-listening to Give Me the Loot. I listened to Life After Death. Now, one thing with me is that I feel like Life After Death didn't really hit my sort of excitement as hard as Ready to Die for some reason. Like I like it, but I feel like I don't like as many songs on there as Ready to Die.
Is it the best hip hop double LP ever made? Oh, maybe. What about All Eyes on Me?
Okay, that's just really tough. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I don't know. I think maybe.
I don't think I can answer that one, to be perfectly honest with you. I don't.
Yeah, I don't think I can either. But yeah, that's cool.
But yeah,
you've been on a Biggie kick.
Yeah, I've been on a Biggie kick. But Life After Death, the one song that really gets me hype on Life After Death is "Somebody's Gotta Die," Because again, the storytelling, where he's just like, I'm sitting in the crib dreaming about Lear Jets and Coops. I'm like, oh yeah, I can see him. I can just see him in the bed.
I can see him dreaming.
Right, yeah. He says he hears the doorbell and he gets up and he cocks his gun. He tells the dogs to be quiet. I'm like, yes, I can see it, bro. And
that's hilarious, bro. And Hypnotize is some of the best.
Oh yeah, for sure. Kicking the door as well.
Yeah, real fast, because we're on this. I'm just going to read the comments that have been happening because we do have viewers.
I was going to do it after this. I didn't get to it, bro. Do it.
Okay, so we got Brian Carter and Pedro Miguel Perez. So I don't know if I should stop at the
Evil.
Forever Evil on Instagram. I'll start at the top. So, of course, they were saying, hi, what's up? And then, so basically they were saying, rip Bullseye hand peg, you'll be missed for me. Thank you. But he's not that expensive. He's retail price on Amazon, so at least it doesn't go for like $50 or something. That'd be awful. They were talking like about Elektra, saying she's dead for now, which I think is pretty fair. I didn't watch Iron Fist season 2, so how was Typhoid Mary? Have you guys watched it? Do you guys have?
Oh, I thought she was cool. I actually thought she was pretty cool.
She was pretty sweet. It was cool.
She was the best part. She was the best part of the season. I mean, her and Davos, to me, I think were the best parts of the season.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I kind of want to see her show up in Daredevil, and that would be kind of cool in a season 4 thing if it was sort of like some sort of organization or something hires Bullseye and maybe Typhoid Mary. I think that would be kind of cool because
seeing them interact.
Right. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that would be too much crazy for one room.
Case, bro. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but plus I also want to see. Well, I don't know if that's a spoiler or not. I probably shouldn't say that. All right.
Don't.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say
anything. I'm on the last episode.
Yeah, no, I probably shouldn't say that. But I would like to see her mainly because she's mainly a Daredevil villain, So I obviously want to see her and Daredevil interact, But yeah,
sure. Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
And
what else are they saying? Aiden?
Sure. PS4 Spidey's the best, obviously. And what's our favorite suits? Mine would be Homecoming suit. I love the I just love the regular kind of Spider-Man suit in the game because it's kind of like the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit a little bit. So I just love kind of wearing it.
It's so good, dude. Yeah. Like the basic Spider-Man, like first suit you wear.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
I love that
goodness.
And I think, I've used more suits, but I just use them kind of on and off. And if they make a Rami suit, I'm going to wear that, of course, and a symbiote suit if they make those. Other than that, I think those are like my main favorite suits. What about you guys?
I think because I haven't played that much, so I haven't unlocked many suits right now. I'm wearing the bulletproof one.
Oh yeah.
I really like the way that looks. I just kind of wish the eyes were bigger. I mean, that's nothing with the game developers. That's just them pulling from the design. But I really like that suit. I think it just looks ball. If I were Spider-Man, I'd be like, man, bump the red and blue. I'm about to wear this black joint.
Yeah. And then this is more rap stuff here, but they were saying,
yo, do you not want me to answer? Do you not want me to answer?
No, you can do it.
He just totally skipped you, bro. He was like, nah, bump fit.
Yeah, I will. I think I will answer. No, I'm a huge fan of the big time suit in all shapes and forms. I absolutely adore that suit. And then probably the Scarlet Spider original suit.
Oh yeah, that looks sweet.
Oh, the 2099 suits. Love those too.
Oh, those are my picks too.
I love all the suits.
I hate the the bulletproof suit, like the Ricochet one, the ones that all look the same, like the orange, like the yellow and black ones. I hate those suits.
Yeah.
That red and black one that you get from the Black Cat missions is so cool though.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say I love that. Suit
Alex, you're not allowed to talk. You haven't even gotten there yet.
No, but I've seen what it looks like as well.
Actually, like, oh yeah, man, definitely that suit.
Don't be hating. Hashtag Finn's a hater.
Bro, people sent me that over the week during the week. I was like, bro, I'm not. If you know me, you know I'm the exact opposite. And then people are like, you're a hater. I'm like, Alex, stop spinning this narrative, dude.
It's too iconic though, bro. It's too iconic.
Yeah. So then we got Pedro said do the Humpty, and he said Notorious Big all the way. And big song. Wait, not gonna lie, my favorite Big song is Juicy. And then saying it's a great song. Rap songs that tell stories are so good. Old Kanye, Binyo,
Mm-hmm.
etc. tell stories. And Finn commented, "Old Kanye is flames." Then Pedro said
Because he
agreed.
is.
And we got a new
So-
one in the chat. Mervin is here, and he said, "What up, fellas?" And then Pedro, of course, with Finn hashtag Finn's a hater in the comments.
Ha,
Bruh, Pedro.
yeah.
So anyway,
Well, I
so
forgive me,
Alex, I think I forget who. No, I think it was Alex's end of pickups. If you have anything to wrap up on that, I accidentally.
I think that was pretty
I
much
just
it.
wanted to wrap up with that.
Yeah, I think that was pretty much it on my part. Was basically just saying I was on a big Biggie binge. I don't know who I'm going. Oh wait, okay, I'll do this really quickly. I'm sorry, Finn. I'll do this really
Run
quickly.
through it, bro.
But I meant to talk about jazz this week. I know Pedro messaged me saying like, "Hey, I've been in a kind of a jazzy vibe, so I'm kind of looking forward to you talking about jazz." But Finn, I remember last episode you put me on to Bill Evans. The jazz pianist, and I really like his stuff because it reminds me anyone who even likes jazz a little bit, just listen to Vince Guaraldi's Charlie Brown Christmas album.
Dude,
that is
Target,
one of my
bro, gonna have that vinyl, $15. I'm copping.
right. Yeah, it sounds so good, bro. I love the way he arranged that stuff because you don't think of jazz when you think of a kids thing, you know, but it works. It works for Charlie Brown. But Bill Evans was great, and some people I've been really listening to is John Coltrane, who's a legendary.
Love John Coltrane. I love John Coltrane.
He's a legendary saxophone player. If you want to get into jazz, go to John Coltrane's album Giant Steps. That is all you need to know about jazz.
Yeah, for sure. Just listen to Peace Peace by Bill Evans, and you'll be addicted for life.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Giant Steps. Even the title track, Giant Steps, on that album is phenomenal. It's influential, and it'll just teach you everything you need to know. I mean, John Coltrane was fantastic. I mean, R.I.P. I mean,
that album, Alex, I listened through that album, man. I don't think I've ever listened to it all the way through.
Yeah, bro, Giant Steps is phenomenal. There's the last track, I think it's called Mr. PC. Bro, that joint is nice. That joint is clean, bro. It is dope.
I believe you. That's awesome.
And,
and I love Bill Evans, dude. Peace Peace is like one of the coolest songs I've ever heard.
Yeah,
Like what do you call it? I'm blanking on the names, but like the stuff he does, like the Bill Evans trio.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And stuff like the Gary's theme and Foolish Heart and stuff.
Yeah,
so
I really liked
it.
You know, if anyone ever has any jazz stuff, you know, hit me up because I really like jazz. You know, jazz and hip hop are my two. And then really quickly, Cannonball Adderley. I've been listening to him a lot. He did a song with Bill Evans actually. Finn, I can't remember what the song was.
Jazz.
Yes, Cannonball Adderley is still. I'm still stuck on jazz. Cannonball Adderley. I think
sure. I've never heard of him. I don't think.
I can't remember off the top of my head what instrument he plays, but he had a quartet, I believe, or was it a quintet?
I think it's a sax.
It might have been sax, yeah. But he did an album. Let me see if I can find it. I'm trying to see if I can see it. But he did an album with a few songs that it blew my mind the first heard. There's a track called Lisa that he did. And yeah, it's called the Quintet Plus. That's the name of the album. Arriving Soon is great. Star Eyes is great on there. Again, if you're looking to get into jazz, listen to that. And lastly, what was it? Oh, my favorite jazz pianist. If you want to listen to the best jazz pianist, in my opinion, look no further than Oscar Peterson. Oscar Peterson. I don't know if anyone's listening to him, but he has a song called Wheatland that is so beautiful, but he can play so fast and so in such a complex way that it blows my mind. He was phenomenal. He's my favorite. He kind of picked up a lot of his stuff from another pianist called Art Tatum. Art Tatum was phenomenal as well. He had a song called Tiger Rag that it sounded like two people playing at once. That's how fast and well he was playing the piano. But yeah, that's probably it for binges and stuff. I just wanted to plug those jazz artists because I'm really into jazz. You know, if I was stuck on an island and I could only pick one music genre, I would probably pick jazz because you can probably find 8 different things every time you listen to it. You listen to the saxophone player, you listen to the trumpet player, you listen to the piano player, you listen to the bassist. You just like you listen to every individual piece. Almost every time. So yeah,
For sure.
Finn, you want to get into your stuff? I know I rambled for so long. I'm sorry, guys.
No problem at all, man. So here we go. Pickups. I had like 2 pickups this week, but I mean, I have some other stuff to talk about. I have a lot of binges. First thing is, so last episode, which will be out probably today, I talked about how I took someone's senior photos. And so I got paid for that, which is really nice because I haven't been like all my work money's been going to school. And so I had some money, and so I got some stuff for the Switch. So I got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which I had never got before, and I was very excited about it because like I have 3 younger siblings who live in the same house as me, and so we're like looking for a game to play together. And I'm like, well, what better game is there to wait for Smash than Mario Kart 8? And it is incredible. Oh my goodness, it is such a good game. And Mario Kart Double Dash has always been my favorite Mario Kart, one of my favorite games of all time, but like it might be better. I'm not even gonna lie, it's so good, dude. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I'd recommend it to anyone. I'd give it a 5 for sure. Like
I suck so bad at Mario Kart, you wouldn't even believe, bro.
dude, I'd freaking clap you in Mario Kart. But if you ever get a Switch, we'll play Smash Online together, and I'll clap you there too.
Yeah, I really need to get a Switch because I really like Smash Bros. I'm terrible at it, but dude. I really like Smash Bros.
It's such a good game. And you a Nintendo fan at all?
I had the Wii for a lot of years, and I loved playing like Super Mario Bros. And like all the good games on there. But I haven't gotten it, and I still have the Wii. But I just haven't gotten around to getting a Switch or any of that.
I love,
but I do love those games.
I love the Wii when it came out.
It has a really solid library too. I mean, I love Mario Galaxy. That's probably my favorite 3D Mario game is Super Mario Galaxy. I love that game. Oh my god.
Yeah, for sure.
But definitely, yeah. So I give it a 5. It's incredible. So with the deluxe version, so it originally came out on the Wii U a couple of years ago, and then they like re-released it, excuse me, on the Switch. And the difference is this is like all DLC, all characters unlocked. You get everything right from the beginning, but you can unlock like a gold Mario, so like a gold cart and all that stuff. And it is just so much fun. Excuse me, I apologize. I'm kind of out of breath. I don't know why. But yeah, it's been fun playing all this stuff. Like you can play as Link in this one, or like the Splatoon kid, like the kid from Splatoon, or like the villager from Animal Crossing, and it is so sweet. Playing as Link has been awesome. And so on the Switch game front, I've been playing Breath of the Wild since I got my Switch like a year ago, and I finally beat it the other day. I put in like 85 hours, I think, into the game.
Jeez.
I mean, which it's a lot, but it's not a lot compared to like my Pokemon hours. But Pokemon's my favorite game series. And I put in probably like 400 on Omega Red and Soul Silver and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's probably nothing compared to my Skyrim hours. I don't even want to know.
Wreck that.
I would love to hear those, bro. I would love to hear those. That's hilarious. But yeah, so it's been so much fun playing Breath of the Wild. Like the thing with that game, I think it's the greatest Zelda game ever made. I know that's controversial, but I think it's the best. And the thing with that game is it's like you can literally get a sword, get your glider, and then just fly right to Ganon and try to beat him from the beginning of the game. Like as soon as you get anything, like you can do it at whatever pace you want. I mean, you probably won't win, but like you can do whatever you want. And so it's like I've been spending a year literally just exploring through Hyrule, taking breaks here and there because I just like to take my time. So I've been like just like doing side missions, fighting bosses, like finding shrines, just goofing around and just having a great time unlocking stuff. And like you can do it at whatever pace you like, and that's what I love about it. It is the best open world game I think I've ever played. Besides, I think like open world. Like I'd put Spider-Man up there too, but I don't like. It's not on the level of Breath of the Wild or like Skyrim or like Fallout or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're actually making me want to kind of get that game more than I originally wanted.
Dude, it's incredible.
Yeah, with me, I got into Zelda very late, so I kind of feel like I want to play the earlier games first, you know? So
yeah, for sure. Well, the thing is, you don't have to. Like, there's so many different timelines. There's so many different, like, storylines. It's like, the ones I think you should for sure play that are accessible. Obviously, everyone loves Ocarina of Time. I think it's overrated, and I don't think it's that fun, personally. It's just super innovative.
Controversial.
But, play Breath of the Wild, play Twilight Princess.
I have another game too just started playing. I'll mention it. Just continue, Finn, real fast.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. But like play like Twilight Princess, Breath of the Wild. I'd play Skyward Sword. I really like Skyward Sword, and then play like stuff like that. I mean, I think those are the three most recent ones, like from each generation of consoles, and they're super awesome. I give that a 5 as well. Aiden, what game are you want to talk about?
The game that I just started downloading and playing is called Ark Survival Evolved, and oh my god,
boy,
it's insane. Probably like the craziest game. It's like Skyrim, but if Skyrim was Minecraft with dinosaurs,
yeah, with Jurassic Park, dude, that game is nuts.
It's actually like crazy because I mean, as a kid, I played Minecraft because that game was fun. Like you could just
that game is still amazing, bro. I don't know what you're talking about as a kid.
I still sometimes hop on it because I have it on the PS4. But I mean, like I think that Ark is just. I mean, there's like me and my friend had built this nice house. It was going good, a straw house. Then we got back on, our bodies had decomposed, and I mean, it's crazy realistic. Like you have to like actually like poop in the game. Like
that's hilarious.
And it's like it's crazy. Yeah, and like at night you start freezing unless you have a campfire or if you're like in water. And it's like, I mean, this game's crazy. And so like we got back and a T-Rex was just destroying our house. And we literally could not get our stuff because every time we got near it, it would kill us. T-Rex finally leaves and then we were attacked by raptors. So that game's insane. And like the animals are crazy. And like it starts you off with like literally like you have nothing and like your first stuff kind of like Minecraft is like stone tools and stuff, but like it can go so advanced as where you can have like machine guns and like parachutes and like crazy stuff. So like it instead of like Minecraft where it's all kind of like really old timey, torches, stuff like that. Like it goes so far as to be like metallic, like technological structures with like guns and like it's.
And can't you get like mounted like bases on top of dinosaurs?
Yeah, and like you can tame dinosaurs and like ride them, and I mean this game is wild.
That's nice. What console are you playing on? You're playing PC or PS4?
PS4. Yeah, because they had it for a deal on PS4 for like $20, and I just noticed it, and I was like, this game looks pretty wild. Let's get it. And so yeah, that's actually technically a pickup of mine, I guess. But yeah,
that's super sick. Yeah, I want to give that game a try one time. I've heard a lot about that game. It looks super fun.
It's crazy. So anyway, Finn, sorry to interrupt you, but since we were talking about video games, just want to bring that in.
No problem at all. But yeah, so Mario Kart and Breath of the Wild, both complete 5s. That's why I think the Switch is one of, at least I think it's a top 3 Nintendo console of all time. It's just like every main series game they've put on the Switch is arguably the best game in that series. Like, arguably, Zelda is the best Zelda game ever made. A lot of people agree. A lot of people disagree. I think it is. Super Mario Odyssey, I think, is the best 3D Mario game ever made. It's not my favorite, but I think it's the best. And then Mario Kart 8 is definitely the best Mario Kart ever made. And then you get like, what is it like? What are other main series games? Like Super Mario Party is probably the best Mario Party, if not like top 2 Mario Parties. Like it's just they just keep hitting. Like all these big games are super super good. And then the stuff they're doing for indie developers is just so cool. I am a huge Nintendo fan, and I'm just loving the Switch. But
what you know?
you are so funny, bro.
I know. I'm a comedian, bro.
Dude, yeah, no, you are hilarious. But then so the other thing I picked up before I got Mario Kart, I was like, if I'm gonna get Mario Kart, I'm gonna need some more Joy-Cons, which are like the controllers. So the Switch comes with 2, but to buy 2, they cost like $70 to $80. And I'm like, I don't have 80 bones to shell out. I'm saving half my senior picture stuff for Black Friday. I'm trying to get all the stuff. And so I'm like, how can I do this? And so I ventured to the most dangerous part on the internet for buying and selling things. Facebook Marketplace. I know.
What the heck?
It's scary. Scary, dark underworld on Facebook Marketplace. But I ventured there before. I mean, one time I got like a GameCube on there. It was $10 locally, and there was no cords or anything. It was really beat up. But I mean, $10 for like an $80 console is pretty awesome. I spent like $20 on the cords, and there we go. But so I was like, let's do this. And I was looking. I couldn't find squat. Then I found them. A red and blue set of Joy-Cons. And I didn't know they were sealed at the time. They were brand new sealed for $50.
Ooh.
And I'm like, it sounds like a lot of money, but I mean, it's like $30 cheaper than normal. And I'm like, well, whenever am I going to be able to ever get these? And so I messaged the guy, and he was a really nice guy. But so I was like, are these available? I paid for them. And then he's like, I'm going to ship them. And then he didn't ship them right away. And I'm like, is this really shady? And he's like, okay, here's the tracking number. And then the tracking number wasn't working. And I was like, And then they came, and they were brand new, unsealed. Sealed, not not unopened.
No, they were unsealed.
Sealed, unopened. They were amazing, and they're crispy and they're insane. I like them way because I had the original gray ones, and now I have the red and blue ones. And then I want to get Super Mario Party really bad because I played it at a friend's house, but I never owned it. But then it's like they're releasing a new bundle where you get the game and 2 different like uniquely colored Joy-Cons for $100. So that's like $40 for Joy-Cons. So I might have to get 2 more. But they're actually incredible. I love them so much. Those get a 5 as well. All these things get a 5, but don't worry that this pattern will not continue. And so today I was like, you know what I've really been hunting for, guys? Do you guys want to know what I've really been hunting for that I haven't been able to find?
What?
It is the Fortnite McFarlane figures. I have not found them anywhere.
Bro, those look sweet.
I really want. They look so nice. Like D Amazing was posting about them, Panchizu's posting about them, like Randy GBH was posting about them, and they all look so good. And the one I really want to get is the Cuddle Team leader, like the pink bear lady.
Yeah.
You guys know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really want to use that for like a Joker or Harley Quinn setup or something, you know?
It looks, if they do the panda one, that'd be perfect for like the Suicide Squad goons.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but so I'm like, I was hunting, and so like 2 days ago, like or a day and a half ago or whatever, I put on a hold. I found one at the GameStop. There's like 25 minutes from me. Yep. And so I put it on hold there, and they said they would hold for me for however long. And so I went there today, and I went like after church, or whatever. I went there. I was super excited. It was like a 25-minute drive, and I get there.
Oh no. Oh no.
And it is just out the door.
Oh.
And I'm like, why is it out the door? Like I was planning on, I was bringing my brother home. Afterwards, I was going to go hang out with some friends. I couldn't hang out with them because I was bringing my brother home. But then I was like, okay, after that, I was like, let's go to the store. And so I get there, and like I said, the line's out the door. And I was like, what? GameStop is never packed. This is the second time in like a couple days. Like the first time, a couple days ago, I went there, and the line was out the door because everyone was waiting for Pokemon Let's Go. And I was like, that's weird. And now everyone's out the door. The line is crazy. And this is a big GameStop. And so I'm like, what the heck? So I go in there, and like people are just like going crazy. I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? And mind you, this GameStop is actually insane. Like the one I normally go to, the collectibles are all right, but this one has like aisles, and it's like it had some really wanted to get. And the one of my figures that I'm sought after is the Alien Vegeta, like the newer one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? And it was $50. And I almost copped, but I'm waiting for Black Friday. But it looks like it's been there for a while, so I'm gonna go back after Black Friday and try to cop. But they had that. They had the Figma. No, not the Figma. They had the Nendoroid Red figure from Pokemon. You guys know what I'm talking about? Nendoroid or whatever.
Yeah.
They had it there $50 as well, but it was also the box was so beat up. Like the plastic was like the plastic front part was like in the box, like it was like pushed in. I was like, no, I can't buy that. But so I was like looking around, and everyone was just going nuts. And I look, and they have like Black Friday early deals, and you can get like a PS4 Spider-Man bundle or whatever for like $200.
Oh,
and so everyone's going crazy. And so I was planning on just running in there and getting out. And I was in there for 45 minutes in line.
Bro, what?
My word.
Those must have been some good deals.
My brother was waiting in the car. What were you saying, Alex?
I said those must have been some good deals.
I mean, they had this really cool thing that like I said, I'm just trying to be wise with my money right now. I'm trying to save it for Thanksgiving time. But they had this deal where you could buy one of these bags for like $5, and any collectibles you put in, or like clothes or whatever that you could fit in the bag, you would get 30% off.
Oh my God.
Which is a really good deal.
Yeah. Jeez.
But I'm like I said, I'm being wise. And so I'm like, nah. I mean, if I had bought the Fortnite figure, which was $25, plus buying the $5 bag, I would have saved $1. And so I'm like, it's not even worth it. I don't have the money right now for this anyways. I get in line without anything in my hands. And I'm like looking around. I'm like, where is this Fortnite figure? And then I see it. It's behind the counter with a white slip on it. I'm like, oh, perfect. Okay, my hold's right there. I'll just wait in line, go to the front of the line, pay for it. Boom, I'm gone. As I wait in line, making small talk with people or whatever, I get to my finally my turn. And I'm like, hey, I just have a hold. Here's my name, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, we don't have your name on here as a hold. I was like, what do you mean? They're like, yeah, that expired. It was only a 24-hour hold. I was like, what?
Oh.
What do you mean? And they're like, I'm like, that's the figure right there. They're like, oh, really? Oh, yeah, then we'll just grab it for you. And so they grabbed it. And I was like, perfect. And then the other manager was like, wait, that's on hold for someone named Justin. They just reserved it this morning, like an hour ago. I was like, no. So I waited in line. I drove basically an hour, waited in line for 45 minutes just to be able them to be in my grasp. It was in my grasp, and I couldn't get it. I just watched them take it away from me. Bro, I was so upset.
How would you rate that experience?
I'd give it a freaking -5 FPS. I give it a 0. I'd give it a 0 because I mean there was one positive side to it, which I'll talk about in a second. But I was just so mad because it was like there, and I've checked 2 different GameStops. Neither of them have any of the figures, and that was the one that I wanted the most. And it's my fault because if I'd just gone a day earlier, I would have had it. I was super busy that day, so I couldn't have gone. But I'm saying like, it bummed me out. And then the worst part was I put it on hold again, like while I was in the store, just to like. I'm like, oh, maybe like my thing ran out, so I'll do it under my name again. Like, made me so mad. But while I was in line, the guy felt bad, and so like when they give out those like free Pokemon codes, like to get like a legendary Pokemon. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Nah,
me neither.
No one? Are you guys not Pokemon fans?
I'm definitely not.
Really. Yeah.
Wow. You guys are missing out. Basically, so in the game, like legendaries, Pokemon are like really for a while. They'll like have like special paper with a code on it. You can your newest game, and so I'm like, okay, that's cool. So the guy felt bad, so he gave me like 3 of them, so I can put them in my Pokemon Moon.
Out on a McFarlane Fortnite figure for Pokemon codes.
Bro, shut up, bro. It's not like it was a trade. I'd have gotten them anyways. This is the guy felt bad, so he gave me 3 because I have Pokemon Sun, Pokemon Moon, and Pokemon Ultra Sun. And so that way I can get Lugia, Ho-Oh, and Lugia again. Oh, yeah, Lugia 2 times and then Ho-Oh in one of them. But I'm just going to say, that really bummed me out, man. Like, have you guys ever had an experience like that where it's like you were so close to having a figure, but then it got snatched from you?
Many.
Bro, there was one time I was at Target. It was a few years ago when I first started collecting, and I saw an AIM soldier, and I hadn't seen one yet, and I really wanted it, but I was broke. And the next week, I finally got money, and I went back, and it was gone, and I have never seen an AIM soldier since. Now that
I saw them one time, and I bought it. I saw it one time in stores, only once. And I was like, you know what? I'm finna cop. And I did. And, I just feel so much better than Alex. Like, I feel like,
wow.
I just feel like such a good person,
Wow.
Well, for me, it was during the Hydra Soldier 2-pack, and I had looked on, like, my Toys R Us thing. This is when Toys R Us was around. And it said that it was in stock, but I couldn't go that day because, like, I had bought something the day before, so I was kind of, like, out of money. So I was getting money that day. So the next day I went down, and they were out. And and that was like the first run for them. So they had they didn't put any more Hydra 2-packs out for like probably a month or 2. And then, or maybe more than that. And then they started like putting them out again in the stores. But like that killed me because that pack was like the army building thing. Like that's what you needed for Hydra soldiers.
Right. Actually, I have a better story. When Mezco,
you trying to top Aiden, bro? You trying to top Aiden?
No,
his story was
I mean better than the one that I just said. When Mezco put up the pre-order for the Spec Ops Punisher, I went to order that thing on like 6 different devices. My mom was helping me. We were trying to order that thing, but the site kept crashing. We had it in our cart like 12 times. I'm so glad I have one now. Well, not the Spec Ops, but I have a Punisher now. But that website was so freaking glitchy, bro. Y'all don't even know. Excuse me. Y'all don't even know the anger that I had. Because that was my chance finally to find.
Oh, really? I don't know, Alex. I don't know that anger.
Okay.
I think that's how I do know that anger, sir.
Yeah, you actually saw it. You actually saw the thing.
No, I'm just kidding. No, but I feel like that makes it worse, though. The fact that like I could literally have reached out and touched it, and then they take it away from me like animals.
Yeah, mine was all digital. I just saw the picture, but I was so mad, bro. I don't know if y'all saw
This happened to me with like concert tickets. Like I almost saw Jay-Z and Beyonce in concert, 2 of the greatest artists to ever walk this earth, for like $40, and I couldn't do it.
Bro, yeah, I was so peeved. What was that, Aiden?
Yeah, what the heck, bro?
I was laughing at you too.
Aiden over here having an inside joke with himself.
Right. He's talking with the voices
Aiden's
again.
like, bro. Aiden's like, bro, Aiden, dude. Aiden's like, bro, dude, Aiden. That was so funny, Aiden. He's like, thanks, Aiden.
Right. Yeah, but I don't know if it's in my highlights, but I posted a photo of Punisher shooting someone in the head the day of that pre-order, and you may find it in my Punisher highlights. But that was exactly how I was feeling after that pre-order. I was so mad. Y'all don't even know. I was so, well, thin nose. But I was so mad.
No, I think we all do. That's hilarious. I feel bad for you, bro. But hey, at least you got it. And I think the one you have is cooler than the Spec Ops one, anyway.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I want the Spec Ops bag and guns, but yeah, I like the black.
Yeah.
Costume. Yeah.
Oh wait, is Spec Ops is that the white and black one, or is that just the one that has like all the deluxe stuff?
No, that's the white and black one with the helmet.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
Special Ops.
Yeah, the Spec Ops, Special Ops, same thing.
No, it's not.
I
I was like, nope.
No, it's not.
No, I'm just playing. Really quick before I get into my binges, I have it's like a mini segment I'm gonna do. Just a figure, like my figure of the week that I'm really looking at this month. I just want to talk about it. If you guys have any figures, you guys are like, let's just say stick to one figure each, but like you're really hunting for. We can talk about that here. It was the Fortnite figure. I don't want to talk about that, but what I've been hunting for the last like month or so is the Figma Red figure. So it's the Pokemon Figma figure.
I'm sorry. I saw your story asking like, "Hey, does anybody have this? Hey, does anybody have this?"
Bro, I was not like that. It said, "Does anybody have this guy for sale?" Question mark, smiley face.
On the search for unmasked Daredevil heads.
Right, that's what I was about to say. I was about to say that. I was like,
I'm going after every like little pick I could, finding for.
Right. I thought you were about to start that with season 1 outfit kit bashes. I thought you were about to start doing that.
I was like, okay, so it looks
That's
like Iron
hilarious.
Fist head, but like, what do I need for the body? Like, I was going around, and I was like, okay, who's doing what? What do I need? I was looking for it. I want to make that. It looks the black suit's so cool. Anyway,
Sorry,
I'm just
to
trying
interrupt
to,
you,
but
dude.
that's like, no, you're good. Pokemon is my favorite game series ever. I mean, Red is one of my grails, Figma Red, and I didn't get it when I could have. I got Ash, so I got like the $40 SHF Ash figure, which I actually love. I love that figure a ton. But like, I know that the red blows that one out of the water, and here I'm gonna fall in love with the red one, and I like red more than Ash, anyways. And so I'm really looking for that. So if anybody who's listening, just please don't just point me to BBTS, because everyone always just sends me that message like, look on Big Bag Toy Store, and it's like $90. I'm like, dude, I'm just trying to look at the community first, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, everybody has them for sale or knows someone that does. I appreciate it. And if Black Friday comes around, because my birthday is like Tuesday, so in a couple days, and I'll probably get like some cash for that from that or whatever. But like, if that time comes around and I still haven't found it from someone, I'm just gonna buy it online for like $70. Like, I'm willing. But yeah, that's been like what I've been looking for. Yeah, so
What was that?
yes.
Was that
you may or may not have cut out.
I'm gonna oh wait, the audio is baddie.
You cut out big time right there. I didn't know what you said right there.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Everyone's sounding kind of pixelated to me too. Yeah, basically, I'm just looking for Figma Red. That's what I'm doing. I'm gonna get into my binges now. First thing is Riverdale. Do any of you guys been watching Riverdale at all?
Nah.
I say I have.
Dude, wait, you say you have, Aiden?
What?
Have you been? I'm sorry, I didn't know if you said you have or not.
No.
Okay. I've been watching the show since episode 1 of season 1, week to week. It's kind of like a corny-ish teen drama. Sabrina's very serious. This is way more like campy fun. I mean, it's a serious show. Like, people die and stuff, and it's really I love this show, but you have to kind of like that type of show. You can't be like, I can't wait to see the phenomenal acting and plot and script and
Yeah.
like, it's more of a show like, I just love these characters and I love this show. Like, you just kind of have to just like try to enjoy it like for what it is. I'm giving this season is much better than last season. Season 1, I think, is actually just plain good television. Like, season 1 is actually a really good show, period. But I think season 2 is like, it's so campy and it's so drawn out that it's like, it's kind of like, I'd give first season like a 4.7 to a 5. Like, I loved it. And I'd give season 2 like a 3. But I'm giving this season 3 so far has been a 4 FPS. It's really, really getting better. Like, every episode, it just gets better. And so this last episode was really, really good. But the episode before was like a parody of like The Breakfast Club, kind of. And it was like a back in time episode, and it was so good. It was probably the best episode of the series. Like, the whole plot this season is that there's a Dungeons and Dragons type game in Riverdale, and they call it G&G, like Griffins and Gargoyles. So like G&G, D&D. It's funny.
Yeah.
But it's like making people like kill themselves. So it's like it's become like a cult game where like people are like drinking poison after playing this game because they want to ascend to the next level, basically.
Ooh, that sounds like a story idea I had.
It's really dark, but it's like you find out that like the main characters, they're all teenagers. Their parents all formed like a Breakfast Club type pact that they played the game whenever they were their age, like never talk about it because like something bad happened. And it's like the whole mystery of like the Gargoyle King and like this whole all these like this really dark stuff. Dude, it's actually so good.
Be realistic.
But I think it's a person in a suit. So it's like Scooby-Doo realistic. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Like, I mean, it's like it seems very demonic and stuff. Sabrina's where it's like demonic. This is very like, oh, it's a person in a suit. But I mean, people are dying. Like, people are jumping out of hospital windows. Like, it's crazy. The last TV I'll talk about before I get into my other stuff. Any of you guys watching Titans?
Nah, I still haven't. See, one thing with I feel like I'm not all that interested in it yet. It's like I really feel like somebody needs to really sell it. You know, like I feel
Alex, that's what I'm here for, buddy. I'm ready to sell this show because this show is a freaking 5 out of 5 FPS. It is so good right now. Oh my goodness, the first episode's like. It's all right. I mean, someone gets shot in the head. Someone has demons coming out of their body. They have a cross on their door. Like, okay, Robin's Dick Grayson. He fights a couple people. Says F Batman. Like, wow, this is kind of interesting. Starfire doesn't know who she is. But then, like, episode 2, like, episode 1's like a 2.5. I was like, almost didn't even finish it. Like, but episode 2 is like a 5. You get introduced to Hawk and Dove, which is like it's like almost like. It's Hawk and Dove are like two superheroes. The Hawk is the guy, Dove is the girl, and they're like a couple that like fights crime together. And like the tone was so dark. It was crazy. Like it begins with this torture scene of Hawk. Someone's like torturing him, and it's just like it's so vulgar, so brutal. Like you see this like torture scene. He's like, and they're like threatening to like electrocute his balls, like they do in like Kick-Ass or whatever. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so dark, but it's so good, and the violence is just so like out there. It's crazy, and it's just so like their dynamic is so good. Robin is really good. Raven's decent. Starfire has some really, really good scenes. Surprisingly, I mean, Robin's probably my favorite part of it, but like Beast Boy is so good. Raven's good. Like all of it, and then the plot right now is just it's insane. Basically, everyone like this cult is looking for Raven because apparently
why is it always cults?
Because cults are interesting and they happen in real life. I don't know, but yeah, like everyone's like looking for Raven and they're trying to like. If you don't know the comics, her dad's a demon, and I think they're like trying to ascend or whatever.
Yeah.
So they need her, and it's this guy, and he like sends this. I don't know what they are, or who they are, but this like killer. After it. So it's like a mom, a dad, a girl, and a boy. And they're like almost like robots. And they're just like assassins. And they go and they just like they try to like murder everyone in their path to get to Raven. And it's crazy. And then like at one point, like one of the family members dies. And then like the guy who's kind of like the overlord of like the family, like appoints them just a new member of that family. And they treat it like nothing happened. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they're almost like a robotic family. Like it's crazy, but they're like assassins and they're just after Raven. And there was a whole episode about the Doom Patrol, which is almost like Guardians of the Galaxy, but for DC.
Yeah, I saw images for that.
So good. it was just awesome. Oh my goodness, it was so fun, and it's really faithful to the comics for that stuff. I mean, Robin's really great. Starfire, I was not into Starfire's design, and it's not because she's black. Like, I have no problem. I didn't have a problem with Johnny Storm being black. I didn't have a problem with anyone changing their race. It was just like, you see Starfire in the comic, she's an alien princess wearing like royal garb, and now you see her in the movie, and she's like wearing like a fur coat and like
Yeah.
very promiscuous like outfit. I'm like, I have nothing to do with her as an actress, but what is she wearing? Like, what am I looking at? But man, that after episode 1, my opinion changed really quickly. Like, she is freaking dope, bro. She is not afraid to freaking throw a fireball at anyone. It is crazy.
One problem I'm noticing though is I feel like she looks like she could be Robin's mom. So I'm a little bit disturbed. Like, are they playing on the relationship thing with them?
Her and Dick are the same age. If not, she might be a little bit older. But I mean, there was always the dynamic was always Dick and Corey were always in a relationship, and then Raven and Beast Boy, because they're the two different ages. Like, Robin and Starfire were always like the leaders, pretty much, or not always the leaders, but like the older ones.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Kind of, and then Raven and
Yeah.
Beast Boy, and then you get in the comics like Terra and like Aqualad and Speedy and that stuff. Like, they're always really young.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
it's just so good, man. And then this, I don't know if I'm gonna spoil something.
Don't
There is-
spoil anything.
I'm not spoiling anything, but there was a reveal. I'm not gonna spoil it. There was a reveal of a character that we have never seen like live action in any of these shows. And they made a reveal of him on episode 5. It'll show like the episode 6 title or whatever, but episode 5 was so good. And one of the problems I had before I get into it, last thing I'll say on it, is I was like, oh, if Dick Grayson's just going to be killing people, I don't know if I want to watch this, because that's against every fiber of his character.
Right. Yeah.
But like, I don't think you see anyone explicitly be killed as much as you would see like in a Captain America movie. Like, these hits should be killing people. You know what I'm saying? But it's never like, in this universe, they're not killing people. But he's saying like, there's like a line that's dropped like in episode 5, like, no, we don't, like, there's been enough killing today or whatever, like, we don't kill people or something like that. And I'm like, yes, you're right. Good. Let's stick to that. And it's just, it's a 5. Yeah, I've been watching.
Oh, go ahead.
No, what were you saying?
I was just saying one thing that's kind of kept me away from it is that the trailers and stuff and some of the images made it look like it was trying to be too edgy.
Yeah, for sure.
And I didn't know if that was actually apparent when watching it, but that was one thing that kept me away from it, was that he was like, F Batman, and yeah, and like it looks like grossly colored and you know, so I didn't know if that was, I didn't know if that came across when watching it, and that's what kind of made me sort of
I felt that way too. I felt the exact same way, but I really think that the show doesn't really reflect that vibe. Like, it's very dark. It's very gritty and it reminds me a lot of like the Dread movie.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Did you ever watch that?
Yeah.
It's like it's very dark and gritty, but it's not like it's trying to be like, we're teens, but we're like serious. Like, oh, you're so cool.
Yeah.
Like, no, I mean, they have like really good humor
Mm-hmm.
that falls right into somebody getting murdered. Like, it's really well done.
Yeah.
I really encourage you guys to get a DC Universe, even just the free trial, binge a couple episodes, see if you like it. If you do, stick with it. If not, it might not be your thing, but at least get to episode like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Like, you really got to give it a couple episodes. And I think it's a 5. I really think everyone should be watching this show because I think it's really good.
Yeah, I may check it out finally just to see. But that was my main thing that was keeping me away from it. Was like, is this going to be too?
I'm going to run through these last 3. I have 3 things left really fast.
Yeah, sure.
The first thing I want to talk about is Letterboxd. Have you guys ever heard of this app? It's like a movie rating app. You guys know what I'm talking about?
No,
I haven't either. No.
Basically, it's like social media for movies. So like, you have a profile, you can your top 4 favorite movies, and then you just log your movies on there, so you can rate them. I'm gonna figure out what my name is, but like, I've just been like, I've rated all the movies that I've just been doing over the last couple, like all the movies I've seen over the last couple months, and I've just been going through like, okay, I've rated and logged 200 films so far, and there's so many more that I've seen. I just have to like think about them, and so like, my name is Finn Dietz on there, so FINNDEETS, or you can check Finn Aiden. It is Finn Aiden. Okay, Finn Aiden or Finn Dietz, whichever one you want to look up. But I like my top 4 favorite movies of all time are Empire Strikes Back, Fargo, Alien, and then The Departed. So those are like on display on my profile. And then you see like all my recent activity. There's a diary section where I can write reviews or like little like things on movies. Like, for example, here's what I wrote about La La Land. I gave it 2 stars, and then I wrote, The hype around this movie is similar to The Greatest Showman, and then in parentheses I wrote woof, and I was let down. I am not a
You
big
must
fan
not
of
like
movie musicals.
Yeah, there it
Bro,
is.
freaking, I hate Greatest Showman. That was one of the movie musicals. So this was already not super enjoyable. Add to that I didn't like the songs and the dancing and stuff felt cheesy. This was not my favorite film. So just like little stuff like that people, oh, why didn't he like this movie? There are very few movie musicals that I do like, but I mean, there's some that I love.
Well, I mean,
but yeah, so they have like all of the they have all the Batman like and DC animated movies on there. So I've been rating a lot of those and stuff, and it's just cool being able to see what movies everyone else likes and what movies everyone else hates. Like, I think that's so fun to be able to like kind of be able to relate to people in that way. I highly recommend it. Check me out on there, Finn Aiden. I really think you won't regret it. I have like a little pixel person as like my profile picture. But yeah, I give that a 5. I've been using it the last couple months. I think it's super fun. And then for music, I have 2 things, an album and a song. The album is Swiss Beats' newest album. It's called Poison. Have any of you guys heard this album yet?
Nah.
No.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah,
what were you saying, Alex?
I was just saying I hardly listen to many current artists, because we talked about that last episode, if anyone's seen it, me and, current rap and stuff like that. But yeah, anyway, go ahead.
I highly recommend it, man. It has some really good features, some really good songs. There's a Nas feature on there on the song called Echo.
Okay.
That's good Nas. Like,
ooh, okay.
Oh my goodness.
Like, are we talking like
it's
Illmatic
so
Nas?
It's like Nas.
Are we talking like Illmatic Nas?
I don't think we'll ever hear Illmatic Nas again.
Okay.
I put it in like maybe in It Was Written Nas. I'd give it like that.
Oh, okay, maybe. Okay.
Or like I Am. Mm-hmm. I really like it a lot. It's a really good song, and I think the album's pretty good. It's not my favorite album I've heard all year. It's not in my top 10, but it's pretty good. I'd give it a 4 FPS. Like, certain songs didn't completely hit, but I thought the overall feel of it was good. I liked like Swizz Beatz kind of like interjections, like as he always does. He's really good at orchestrating a good album with good production. Like, it was really good. And then for the single I want to talk about, it's called Freelance by Toro y Moi. So it's Toro like space Y space MOI. And it is super interesting. My friend Zach showed me this song. And it's like, it's bouncy pop, like electronic music. And okay. I always bring up pop on here. I don't know why. I'm not really even that big into pop, but this song is like, it's very interesting. It's very like groovy, and it's very weird. So you got to listen through the whole song. Like, I'd recommend it to anyone. I love this song. And I've listened to one of his other songs, but like now I'm going to listen to like his albums.
Okay, sweet.
Stuff out. That's all I have some binges. And now we can get into toy news.
Man, we make pickups and binges the longest section ever each episode.
Yeah,
it should be, bro. It's the best section. It should be the longest.
No, all right, best to show.
Okay, take it away, my man.
We'll see how much screen sharing I can do, just because my computer's being a little weird, but I do have the information on my phone, so we'll check this out. Present to everyone. Boom. All right, let's see if it's loaded now. Nope, it still hasn't loaded. So we'll just use his video. So toy news. Ooh, we got some pretty awesome announcements this week. So let's get into it. So you got the Dragon Stars series right here. I don't know, Finn, you know who this is? This image, can you see it? Or hello? You guys there?
Yeah, bro, I can see it.
Okay.
I was lagging really, really bad, so I muted my mic trying to figure it out.
No, it's fine. But I don't know how much we're gonna be able to see, but there's the whole Dragon Stars, basically American series for 2019. It's Bandai, and I have it on my phone, but there's a lot of images. Maybe no. Okay, so there's one of them. There, these are all images of them throughout. A lot of them. You can see, oh wait, not that one. But yeah, so I don't know, again, these characters' names. There's the Frieza, the Super Saiyan 3, the tanks.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so it's just this whole series Bandai's coming out with, which is
I'm not gonna lie, this line is absolute garbanzo beans. Like it is absolute doo-doo cakes. But I want to get that Frieza because SHF has never made like first form Frieza, and I think that would look really cool in some displays.
Yeah, for sure. Then we got the Funko Pickle Rick action figure. Let me see if I have the image through this weird site. It's right, should be right here. So yeah, right. If it loads. You guys thinking about getting this?
Is it articulated? If not, then no.
No.
I can't see any joints.
Yeah, I don't see any. I think it looks like it doesn't look very well painted at all.
Nah.
It looks
Yeah.
very like plasticky, and for $20, dude, like add another
Yeah.
5, get them Fortnite figures. Hey.
Oh,
Then we
no.
got the John Stewart
just
Green
kidding.
Lantern action figure from Mezco coming out.
That looks
They announced it
okay.
this week.
It looks okay. One thing with
I agree.
some of Mezco's characters, I feel like some of them don't need cloth, and I feel like this is an example because it looks too fuzzy. You
I
know,
agree.
it looks
yeah,
very
it's-
sweatery.
Yeah.
It looks very jumpsuity, and
I
you
think
know,
the perfect cloth thing they ever did was the Michael Myers dude. Like that, it
Yeah.
makes so much sense. Like perfect,
Yeah.
perfect. But
Because-
this is just kind of
Well,
like
I also
why?
feel
This-
like cloth on Punisher is good.
what were you saying?
What was that? I'm sorry.
Did
Yeah, you
Oh, I
broke up.
said the cloth on Punisher was pretty good.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Oh my goodness. Any like or Old Man Logan. Any like realistic like
Yeah.
this is a shirt and pants.
Yeah. But
That's
for,
sometimes
for
like-
Green Lantern and Flash, I'm thinking that they don't really like Dallas James in one of the groups. He would declothe the Flash figures, and it would just be the plastic, and those look better without the cloth to me. So I think this may be the case for Green Lantern as well, because it looks too fuzzy. I probably would have gone with a different material if
I do-
you're gonna do
For sure.
cloth.
I agree.
Yeah, I think all the accessories look great. Like the lantern, the effects,
yeah, for
the,
sure.
like smoking,
Yeah, the
like
effects are awesome.
ring and everything. And apparently the light up feature, I believe it's in the lantern, so that's pretty sweet too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, outside of the outfit, it looks pretty cool.
yeah, for sure. Then we got this. I don't know why it says Invisible Venom, because it doesn't look invisible to me, but it says in invisible color variant. I don't know if it's like if this is just the images of the black one and then it's gonna be invisible, or if this is like there's a transparency thing. I don't know what it is.
I think it looks
but-
pretty transparent on the arms. Like on
Yeah.
the calves and like the thigh. It looks decently transparent.
Okay.
But dude, $150.
Nah.
Yeah,
I got my
that's
Robotech
pretty
Venom
wild.
for 80, which was like retail. Like who pays 150
and
for
you
this?
know that Rebel Tech Venom's gonna go down.
That's
like-
two. That's two of them. That's insane.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. So so we got that. Then we got the let's see if we can. Here's the no, that's more the image of the Venom. We got the Bandai Star Wars model kit for the R4 19 or i9. I don't know what this is, but it's one of these droids right here. Looks pretty cool. Definitely, you could definitely do some Imperial shots, of course, with this thing skirting around and everything. So that's pretty cool there.
Skirting around.
For sure.
Skirting around the Death Star.
Skirt.
So then we got the McFarlane Toys, a Game of Thrones. I'm not going to be able to say that name, but it's her.
Daenerys Targaryen.
Yeah,
There you
Daenerys.
go. So we got these guys from McFarlane looking pretty awesome. I love the paintwork, and
Yeah. If we could
yeah.
just get Fortnite articulation, like, come on, McFarlane, just please, gosh, please, look
for
at your
sure.
potential.
So that was that. Then we got the 5 Pro Studios Inspector Gadget figure. See if it'll. Oh, there we go. Oh man, that trash can. Whew, if that's in scale.
Oh yeah.
But and the rollerblades on Inspector
Yeah, I don't
Gadget.
think
and
it is in
everything
scale
looks
though. Look
great.
at that. That thing's-
Yeah, it looks pretty big.
That's pretty big, dude.
But yeah. So here we go. Here's the Inspector Gadget right here, looking good. I think it's a cool figure. I mean, of course,
Yeah.
it's cartoonish, like a lot of figures, so it won't really work in your displays. But if you're an Inspector Gadget fan, this is definitely a cool little thing for you.
For sure.
Then we
Next,
got
bruh.
the 5 Pria Studios Mega Hero Tecom. If this loads, there you go. I don't know anything honestly
Yeah,
about
what
this
is that?
figure or line. I have no
Bro,
idea.
what-
It looks
what?
like it's by Mafex, so interesting, or at least Metacom. Maybe not Mafex itself, but that's very interesting. But it doesn't look bad. I mean, no context, of course, for me, but still
Right,
pretty
yeah.
cool. And then
it
there's
looks pretty cool.
yeah. And then you got the basically Mafex booth. This is the same page. I don't know why I opened it up differently. The Mafex booth right here, full of stuff. Oh, I didn't even see these figures. That little girl. Hold on, let's talk about that. That would be an amazing kid for displays.
Hmm.
That
Yeah, I
looks
mean it's a
really
little cartoony, but I think that could work.
yeah, and it also is like a little probably unarticulated, but definitely still something there. Here's basically the let's see if I can maybe get a better shot. There's of course we got the reveal of the Mafex Miles Morales figure that they're making,
I
and
do not like that. I
I don't
don't.
like that.
I'm not a huge
The
fan,
head
man.
really goes
Me
against
neither.
everything for me. That head looks like an
I don't
egg.
like the chest.
Weird.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's my
that-
biggest problem. The chest and the colors. I don't know if it's the lighting, but he looks
it's
so.
probably yeah.
It's
bland.
probably the lighting, but compared to Deadpool, you look at Deadpool's red and then you look at his, it's like, what is that? Why does he look faded?
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's see if there's a better image. Maybe not. Of all of them. I know there was an image, but oop, wrong thing. Anyway, so yeah, I don't think he's looking that great, but not bad. Then there's of course the Gwenpool that they're releasing with a cloth cape, looking pretty.
Why
cool.
do we need so many Deadpool characters? Jeez.
This is the image I was looking for.
Why do you need
There's
Deadpool?
yeah, for sure. The Spider-Man that everyone. Oh my god, I'm so mad I didn't pre-order it. I should have
I want
pre-ordered
it.
I'm mad. I know. I'm gonna have to
I
get
want
it.
it so bad.
There's no way I'm not
Yeah,
getting
that
that.
Venom.
The Venom looks great. The Black Panther looks amazing, and the John Wick, looks awesome. So Mafex is really going into the Marvel line right now, which is pretty cool.
They're
Then we got
killing it, man. That
probably
SHF Black Panther looks kind of
oh yeah. So then we got one of the biggest reveals, which was the amazing Yamaguchi Revel Tech Iron Man.
No.
And again, must have.
Yeah, that
I'm copying.
I know I keep saying I want amazing Yamaguchi Spider-Man, but Iron Man may be the one that I cop. Just I mean, look at that. That is gorgeous.
Yeah. I mean, they're
I
getting way
love
better
it,
at
bro.
hiding their joints, especially with all these like mechanical pieces. And I cannot wait to get this figure. I mean, I don't know if it's on pre-order yet, but once it is, it's going to be an immediate cop for me, no question. This thing is for like we haven't even seen all the accessories that he'll be coming with, but I can guarantee, I mean, it's going to be insane.
For sure.
So yeah, then Tokyo Comic Con, they had some like teases that an SH Figure Art Scarlet Witch is coming for the Bandai line, so that'll be interesting. Yeah, so and then also Harry Potter, we got Draco Malfoy's coming, they said, so that's gonna be they said Harry Potter's rivalry character, so that could either be Draco Malfoy or Voldemort. Either way, I'm really excited for that. I don't even have any of them, but I'm a big Harry Potter fan, so I'm really excited to see kind of where that goes, and that line. And again, they could like take it into the Matrix stuff too. So they have a lot of potential there. So that's pretty awesome. And let's see if I can find. There's an image real fast of the.
I'm so excited for those Revel Techs.
Yeah,
I'm
it's gonna
so
be
excited, bro.
sweet. Let's see if I can find. No, not this. There's an image of the Iron Man that I want to pull up real fast. That's pretty sweet. I don't know if it's on here or not, but Winnie the Pooh, the Revel Tech Winnie the Pooh's in the background, and it looks pretty dope.
Bro, isn't that thing like $50 for that little Winnie the Pooh?
I think so. Yeah, but
That's so much money, dude.
that is so much money. But I love Disney, so I'm probably not gonna cop because of how much money it is, but definitely something worth checking into. And I think that's it. I know that there's one other like little guy right here that was also in the top of the page. It's the M. Bison and Street Fighter 5 by Storm Collectibles. I don't really mess with the Street Fighter stuff, so I can't really testify to if it's a good figure, if it's like something everyone's looking forward to or not. But
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I have that Storm Collectibles Scorpion, and I really like that figure. So, I mean, who knows? It may be really good. I haven't gotten any others. I really want to get some Storm Collectibles Street Fighter stuff, though. I mean, Scorpion's Mortal Kombat, but
Yeah. Yeah, so I think that's it for toy news. Do we have anything for screen time? Because we kind of went into our binges there.
Yeah, we do have a little bit of news and screen time. So I guess
cool. Let's get into.
Let's get it, Alex.
Yeah, for anyone that doesn't know, screen time is the section where we kind of talk about movie and TV news and stuff like that. All the greatest stuff. It's the best section. I'm lying.
Sure.
But
yeah, definitely not the greatest section.
Hashtag Vin's a hater.
Chill.
So there's a bit of stuff that was from a couple weeks ago. I'll get into that just because we didn't get to talk about it. But Finn Jones, I believe he was in an interview, and he did say that he saw what his costume was going to look like for season 3 of Iron Fist. Which I'm like, why didn't you give him a costume in season 2 or season 1 or
I
at
thought
all?
they canceled Iron Fist.
Yeah, they did, but he got to see what the suit was going to look like for
Oh,
him.
that is.
He said it was basically going to look like Orson Randall's thing with the cargo pants and the belt and stuff like that, which would have looked cool. I think that would have been a nice balance between realism and the costume.
Does Danny ever wear the mask? That's my question.
He wears it in a flashback.
Interesting.
Yeah,
It was pretty sweet. The mask was sick.
Daredevil is like one of. Well, I mean, Luke Cage doesn't really have a costume, and neither does really Jessica. So I guess I shouldn't say Daredevil's the only one in his suit, but
right. I mean, Punisher's got his vest though.
Yeah, that's true. And it's so funny because like I got the Defenders box set like during halfway through the summer kind of, and maybe a little before that, just to mainly get it because of the Amazon deal. It went from 70 to like $35, and I was like, there's no way I can't get it. And it comes with all these figures I don't have, and I've kind of wanted to build a Defenders like army a little bit and get Daredevil too. So I got it, and then now that I have it and I've watched Defenders, I'm I'm really wanting to get some like Defenders kind of beating on some thug stuff going on because it's it's so cool. But yeah.
So yeah, there was that. Also, I'm gonna send you guys this picture. This isn't really news. This is just something that I just wanted to talk about for the section. But I'm not the biggest fan of the DCEU movies. I don't know if you can put this on the screen, Aiden. But I always loved their posters, and something about this just looks so clean to me. It's these Aquaman posters. It's one with him and Mera, and then just them individually. But oops, spoiler alert.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. Aquaman is looking better and better as time goes on.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm actually excited for the movie. But these posters, like my goodness, just the one with both of them in the shot. I mean, it looks gorgeous. Like they've done a good job with, I think, with costumes and posters. Maybe not the movies, but they're definitely doing a good job with that. But anyway, I want to talk about that real quick. As far as other news, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was renewed for a 7th season. I don't know if anybody watches that. I do.
Holy crap, 7 seasons.
I do not.
Is it that good?
It's not really that good. It's entertaining enough. You know, I like it better than the CW shows. But I mean, it's not really that good. Wait, is it season 7? I want to make sure.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's season 7.
It is season 7.
I watched the first season. I didn't really like it, so I kind of dropped off.
Yeah. I mean, they kind of did. The last season was just okay. The Ghost Rider stuff, they did some stuff with Ghost Rider. That was actually pretty
cool. I did watch a lot of clips of those online.
The Ghost Rider stuff was clean. That he's definitely a good Ghost Rider. I hope he either shows up on that show some more or maybe in the Netflix stuff. But he was actually pretty interesting. But yeah, so that was renewed. Also, I want to say a quick RIP to my man Stan Lee, who passed away.
Man, that made my Monday so much worse than it was.
Right, yeah. The amount of influence that he's had on me creatively is just immeasurable. So I just wanted to say that real quick. I know this section
let's all say something really quick.
Yeah.
Let's all get some out there for my boy Stan. Aiden, do you want to have any words you'd like to say for Stan Lee?
Oh my God, dude. Stan Lee's been such a key icon. I'm going to say this real fast. I think the main people I was always and I still think the people who pass away that everyone would be holy crap, everyone in the world would really kind of be devastated by would be Stan Lee. Probably, and this is going to sound funny in the same sentence as Stan Lee, but the Queen of England. I feel like if she died, everyone would be oh, damn.
Yeah, anyone of that caliber, the president or the queen, something like that.
But also George Lucas. He'd be a huge one. The Star Wars movie would be hit hard. And I think Mark Hamill would be probably up there too with with George Lucas. And I think, I mean, as far as like my recollection, those are like the big ones, you know? And so Stan Lee dying, I was always like kind of thinking about like, if he dies, everyone's gonna like, even when Adam West died and they like lit up the bat signal and like that was big, I was like, if Stan Lee dies, how big is that going to be? And I mean, you've seen like everyone grieving and so sad about his death. And he had such an impact on like all his movie cameos and just making like all the iconic characters, and some of like just his like quotes that he'd say were so inspirational too. And just his advice to people, either comic book writers or just kind of aspiring actors, like anyone like that. He was really inspirational in that way. And
it's just like with Stan Lee, man, I don't think we'll ever see another person so like influential in the creative world or in any. I mean, I've seen people who have never talked to me, people who bullied me in middle school about comic books, be like broken up about it, like over Twitter and stuff like that, and like saying RIP. Like people who like don't even like comic books, barely like Marvel movies or like comics book movies in general, are like they recognize his influence. Like,
oh yeah,
for sure. I think he's just like he's really. I would not be into this stuff, and I think like no one would really be as into comics as they are without Stan Lee. Like Marvel probably wouldn't even be around. And I think he's influenced me so much, like as like a man and as like a person, that it's like I just gotta say thank you to Stan Lee for changing how I am like today. And without him, I probably would be a different and probably much worse person.
Yeah, and a couple of last things I will say about him is that I don't think we should say that Stan Lee died. I think that we should say Stan Lee won. I mean, he was 95 and he amassed a legacy that I can't, off the top of my head, I can't even think of anybody who's matched it. You know, like Spider-Man.
Oh, I agree.
Marvel,
he's had an amazing life.
Right. No, none of those characters are going to go anywhere. So I don't want to be sad about his death, because I really think that his death was sort of like a victory of sorts. You know, like him and Spielberg and George Lucas, they are the top three that have influenced me so much creatively. You know, I've said before I want to be a filmmaker. So, I mean, man.
Yeah, for sure. I agree.
RP to Stan Lee, man, he was phenomenal, and he was just a good writer too. I don't know if anyone's heard any of his poems and stuff, but I just recently listened to one of his poems, "God Woke," which was actually really good. I mean, he was just great. I know this section is lacking direction right now. I'm sorry, but
no, man, I think this is really important, and I think it's like, but just to end the Stan Lee talk really quick, I found this like type of like little cartoon, like a political cartoon type thing, online, and it said, let me pull it up right here. But I was like, I don't know, I was just kind of in that zone. Like it really bummed me out for a couple days, and it's like, it was just kind of really like wrecked me a lot. But it's this cartoon, and it has Stan Lee sitting in front of God, and God has this book open with a bunch of long boxes next to him, and Stan says, "So is my name in the good book?" And then God says, "Yep, Stan. In fact, it's in most of them." And I was like, that is just so awesome. I love that kind of stuff. And
I saw one like the day after where it was like God or somebody talking to him, and it was said, "I hear that you're pretty good at making universes yourself, kid." And I was like, that's dope. It's amazing seeing how people have really just poured out love towards this guy. You know, I didn't realize how many people he actually influenced. And sort of like, there's people that I didn't even know that they watched comic book movies. They read a book. They played with, you know, Marvel toys and stuff like that. So it was amazing. Sure.
And there's also like, I don't know if you guys saw, it's kind of a meme, I guess, but like, have you guys seen Toy Story 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw that. I know what you're talking about.
I saw that one too, bro.
Toys, and it's like it's the Avengers, and like each of them, and he's like, Hawkeye, this is Hawkeye, this is, and like the very last one, which is Woody, is Spider-Man, and I was like, oh no, my god. And like, as funny as it was meant to be, like the one where it's like Woody is Spider-Man really hit me home, because like, and like there's so many ones of just like constant, you know, art where it's like Spider-Man over Stan Lee's grave, and like the Avengers around him like patting his shoulder and stuff, and like it's just so sad.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, okay. R.I.P. Stan Lee. Okay. Ooh, I'm getting sad now.
Me too.
As far as other news, the Detective Pikachu trailer came out. Did you guys see that?
Yes. I actually haven't watched it. I don't know why, but I haven't watched it.
Well, Watch it after this episode. But I thought it was pretty interesting. You know, I'm not a big Pokemon person. You know me. Take a shot, boys. But it actually looks. Don't be cringing, Finn. Hashtag Finn's a hater. Hashtag, I heard that.
I don't know if you heard. I don't know if you heard me. I was like, whoops.
But yeah, I thought it was a pretty good trailer. I give it a 4 out of 5 FPS just because I thought it was kind of interesting. Ryan Reynolds, I don't know if that was the best voice. You know, I just hear Deadpool.
Give me Danny
Just
DeVito.
Pikachu.
Yeah. Ryan Reynolds is Pikachu.
What the heck? That's gonna be so funny. Oh my god.
Right.
So
Yeah, but how would you rate it, Finn?
I'd give it a 4.5. I think just seeing live action Pokemon in the world alone is like makes it automatically a great trailer. Like everything looked so good. All the references were super interesting. I'm just nervous about the direction. Like I'm cautiously optimistic. Like I really don't want them to screw up their first attempt at a live action Pokemon because we all saw what happened with Dragon Ball.
Oh gosh.
And
no.
I mean, I think it has probably a good director, and I mean, it has Ryan Reynolds behind it, so it can't be like too dumpster fiery. But like, I'm really praying that this is good because I love. What are you saying, bro? You're breaking up for me. I'm sorry.
Did you see Green Lantern when you said Ryan Reynolds?
Okay, well,
I was like,
let's
whoa.
not. That was also studio involvement, though. He's had way more control over Deadpool, and we've seen that. I mean,
yeah,
that's true.
But I think it's like I'm just nervous, but I'm really excited. I'm giving it a 4.5. I just cannot wait to see Pokemon on the big screen.
Okay, sweet. Yeah. Also, some other news. There's a rumor going around that Travis Knight, the director of the Bumblebee movie, is in the running to direct Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Which I'm like, no, just get Taika Waititi. Yeah. Just get.
How about we don't do Guardians 3?
Ouch.
I mean, I don't want it without James Gunn. Man. That's his movie.
Yeah, it's true. But if you got Taika, like that'd still be good because Taika did Ragnarok. So
right,
I don't know if Taika would do it, man. I don't think Taika would do it. I think him. I don't think he'd.
But, like the humor in Ragnarok was so good. Like,
I think it would be good. I'm gonna say I don't think he would actually like willingly do the job. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think he would step up and do it.
I don't know. I would.
But yeah, I think it would be good if it was him. I just don't know if I want it without James Gunn. I'm really mad. I'm still really mad about that. Like,
yeah,
come on,
man. It's just kind of unfortunate. Like he should have deleted those, to be perfectly honest. Like,
yeah. It's just. Have you seen? They shouldn't have hired him after seeing his movies. Like he worked with Troma. Do you not know what kind of movies that they make?
Yeah.
Like, did you not go through his filmography and be like, "Ooh, Troma and Juliet. We probably shouldn't hire this guy to do a family-friendly movie."
Right.
Yeah, it's dumb.
But
I know what you're saying though. I don't know if I'd like that director. I'd like Taika way more than Travis.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then the last two things. So Supergirl just casted Lex Luthor, and they casted Jon Cryer. I think they're trolling at this point. I think they actually.
I think they're trolling.
I think they're genuinely trolling.
Who is this guy?
Here, I'll send an image in the chat, and then
I will pull it up.
Yeah. Here,
I know what he looks like. I saw the article, but like, who is he? What has he done before?
He was in 2.5 Men.
Oh.
Did it send? I don't know if it sent. There we go. But yeah, he was in 2.5 Men.
That makes sense.
I mean. Really? That was like I don't even know.
Oh, that guy?
I don't even know, man. I mean, he's a little bit balder now, but that is. I mean, at this point, why not just cast Nathan Fillion as Superman? At this point, like, I mean, geez, like what in the world? Like, why don't we just? Oh my god. Okay. Anyway, I don't even understand.
So dumb. Why? What?
I don't even understand.
This is like nightmares right now.
I have no words really for that. I don't. It's just like, wow.
Dang.
Anyway,
unfortunate.
And for the last bit of news, and I kind of stole this from here. I'll see if you can put it on the screen, Aiden.
Oh, my word! Yeah, I got it.
Let me see. Here, I'll send it to you on Instagram, so that way you can maybe swipe.
I think you should send it on the Facebook chat actually, because it'll be easier.
Oh, okay,
to put
okay.
up from already there.
Well,
Otherwise, I would.
it's on Instagram, so I don't know.
Oh, I see. Okay, just send it to me on Instagram. I can
Yeah,
pull it up.
I just sent it to you. But anyway, there was some. It may be real. It may be fake. I have no idea. But there was some promotional art that leaked for Avengers 4, and all the Avengers are in. They're in quantum realm suits. They're all white, and it looks stupid to me. I'm sorry. I don't like it at all.
I agree.
But I don't know if Aiden, if you can put it on the screen at all or not.
I'm trying right now. I just don't know how to access my messages on here.
But
yeah, I agree. I'm not feeling it, man.
I'm not feeling it. I hope that if this is real, I hope they wear it for literally like 2 seconds.
Do you know who posted it? I could look up their account. And they...
I apologize to Marty, but I stole this from Figs and Flicks.
Okay.
That's Marty's podcast. Go check him out. Marty McCusker was a big influence on this podcast.
There we go.
He's awesome, dude. He's such a cool guy.
I don't think this is real.
Yeah, I mean, it looks very shoppy, and that's one thing that's making me a little iffy about it.
No way that Ragnarok, like, at least like that head for Thor on that body is not like, this is all I think concept art, because if you look at the set pictures, it's Captain America in his Avenger, like the first Avenger suit.
Right, yeah. But I mean, those could be fake for all we know. The set pictures, they could be filming fake scenes. They did that with Infinity War. But
yuck.
But I really do not like these white outfits. I hope it's not real, and if it is, I hope they take them off immediately. And yeah.
Oh crap! My bad, guys.
Oh.
I didn't know.
No problem at all.
Okay, there we go.
You're good.
Get this on the screen for everyone. I didn't know that. There you go.
Yeah, but there's the big image of everybody, and it looks a little goofy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, but it's not going to be the worst thing in the world if
that's what I was saying, but you guys didn't get it because I didn't have it screen sharing, so it was all silent after I said it. I was like, oh god, what did I just do?
I was like, what is he doing, bro? Dude, I think it's fake just because Iron Man's in the same type of suit as Thor. That doesn't make any sense. Like, is he just gonna I'm Iron Man, I'm wearing a helmet and gloves.
Tony Stark's making now Iron Man suits for the whole team apparently.
Yeah, but if it is real, or if something similar to this is real, it's not. I wouldn't say it's the worst thing in the world, because I mean, they're probably going to be fighting Thanos. There's probably going to be a bunch of great CGI and acting and action. So I mean, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but it looks dumb to me. So there's that. Yeah. But I think that's it for screen time. Oh, one thing I do want to say. Let me see if I can pull it up or send it or something. Oh, no, I lost it. Okay, and I forgot what it was. Never mind. So, yeah, that's it for screen time. I know that was a janky direction for that section, but you know me. I'm crazy.
Good. It's all
right, so
we're going to run through these next section. You guys ready?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Sweet. We're going to get into our Shutterbugs _ constructive critiques, and then we'll get into our favorite picks of the week. I'm gonna go first with my critiques this week.
Oh, you selfish! I'm kidding.
I know. I mean, I've never gone first, so I mean,
that's true. Fair point.
I normally don't like going first, but I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna knock this one out. Okay, so this one's by a friend of mine, MLDI7229. So he's a friend of mine on Instagram. He's been experimenting a lot more with photos recently, and this one actually got like 600 likes. So man, this photo got some love. It's a shot of Spider-Man. Yeah, I know. I didn't even notice it right now. It's a photo of Spider-Man kicking Green Goblin in the face. He tagged my friend Spider_criminal in the grainy shots. So I think that's where he got his inspiration from. But I like the idea of this shot. I like parts of Spider-Man's pose. Like, I like the idea of him kicking like that and having his hands behind his head. Maybe I would just uncurl the fists and and straighten out the wrists, and honestly I think you're good with that. I think a big part of toy photography is you want to make sure everything's contained, and being able to see like the side of like a window, like a windowsill or whatever, like part of a desk or whatever that is that I'm seeing, like it just doesn't sell the illusion. Like if this was just a blue background, I think this photo would be like 100 times better, and I don't think it's a bad photo at all. I just think that if it just had a solid color, it could be white, it could be any color ever, but just in the background, instead of seeing like the real world, like it would sell the illusion much more. And also I maybe adjust Green Goblin's arm, his right arm, because I just feel like it's like he's flexing a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like how
Yeah.
it's so curled in, and then maybe even just turn the angle of the two figures so you can actually see him kicking Green Goblin.
Yeah.
But I really like. Thanks so much for submitting. Like I really appreciate everyone who's been putting their photos out there for us to actually talk about and stuff. And I know it can be hard, but like, I mean, this is how I learned. Is a lot of people just gave me feedback and stuff.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Any thoughts you got?
Sure.
One thing that I would say, you pretty much summed it up for me, but one thing I would say is that I would probably shoot this type of pose more from the side because a lot of Green Goblin is being blocked. So it's I have to look at it a little bit longer to kind of see what's going on. You know what I mean? So I probably would have angled this just a little bit differently, maybe from the side. I don't know if he's hiding a stand or anything, or if they're just propped up. But I would probably just do it just a little, like maybe go to the right just a little bit. That way we could see a little bit more of Green Goblin. But yeah, I think you summed it up pretty good for me, Finn. You got anything for it, Aiden?
Thank you.
Just like a little thing. I think if he had like just a light underneath the glider, provide some cool kind of light shining up above the glider, so it looks like jets. Like whatever flames, whatever is kind of coming down. That's how it's gliding. Like Alex said, I think a side shot would be a little better too in this case, that we could see more Green Goblin. I also feel like, and this is like, I mean, it's a cool shot. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like this is kind of not like really something that would happen, like Spider-Man laying on the glider if it's flying right now, and like Green Goblin like still on it. I feel like Spidey would be more in the air kicking him, or like maybe like standing up, because the glider's not supposed to be huge where Spidey can kind of lay at least like this a little bit more, and Green Goblin can of course like kind of fall off. But I still love the pose. I think it looks great. I love how the fist kind of curled there to hold them on. And I just also, like Finn said, maybe another background like Infinite Black, or just maybe like brick if you could kind of play with some foam stuff. But anything like that would kind of sell this a little more.
Definitely. Yeah, for sure. I think I just appreciate everyone who submits. Like I want to make sure that that's known, that like it takes a lot of courage to like throw your photo into a tag to be critiqued and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure. I guess I'll get into mine now. This is by Deadpool7129_ACBA. This guy's been following me for a while. He's actually messaged me a couple times for tips with stuff, and I've actually seen him get a little bit better at a lot of things. So for this shot, I actually really like the lighting. I think the deep black is nice. The lighting is really good. It's not too glary, on the more important places. Like on his face and stuff. The one thing that I'm noticing is that he could have pulled back a lot. Like some of Spidey's elbow was cut off, a lot of Shocker is cut out. I also feel like I'm not exactly sure what Spidey is doing. Like it kind of looks like he's riding Shocker. I was
gonna say, if he like puts like the open hand in the back behind his head to a fisted hand, it looks a lot better, because it looks like he's winding up to punch him in the head or something. But like it's kind of just it's an odd pose.
Right. So I think he could have pulled farther back. And also, this has nothing really to do with the artist, but I think the Spidey isn't looking at Shocker. It's almost like he's looking at someone else. If you had pulled farther back, I would say probably add someone else, because he's not looking directly at Shocker. I know you can't really get him to do that since the head articulation is limited in that way. You could always try to attempt that with maybe like some sticky tack. I've done that before.
Yeah,
just kind of sticking the head on, but that may look odd. So I'd probably add like a goon or something and make it look like Spider-Man is jumping, like vaulting over Shocker. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Like, for sure.
Almost like he's about to kick a person off screen. Also, I'd adjust Spidey's left arm. It seems very far back and high. It kind of seems a little bit unnatural. I'd probably bring it down, change it to a fist, like Aiden said. But overall, I really like the lighting. I just wish I could see more of the pose. I wish it wasn't cut off, but the lighting is solid. I like the deep black. I
love how soft it is.
Yeah,
I love how soft it is, like hitting on like the forehead and like on the side of the mask. Like if there would have been a little bit more light in the center of the mask, that would have been cool. But like I really just like how it doesn't feel so harsh.
Correct. Yeah. That's. I don't know why I just said correct, but yeah. So the only thing the immediate thing I would say was pull the camera back, because the pose could be much better than it appears right now, for all we know. But yeah, you guys have
Did
anything?
you guys
for
hear
this?
that noise? Did you guys hear that noise?
I didn't. What was it?
Bro, it sounded like someone's like it sounded like a shriek. It's like went like a glitch went through my headphones. I almost dropped my drink, dude. That was freaking crazy.
What the heck? You hear
And I had to
ghosts?
sneeze at the same time. Oh my goodness, I'm haunted.
Hashtag Finn is haunted.
So many hashtags.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
but you guys
I
have
like it.
anything for this?
I just like the lighting. I mean, I think pulling back framing is really important, and maybe just increasing the exposure just a little bit. But I like it.
I think I like it too. I love how soft the lighting is. I think like, and this is kind of hard when like critiquing photos saying this, because for all we know, like the black felt that he's using or whatever could be limited to just where he cut it off. And there's like just wall behind that. So like he didn't have any more room. So that's always difficult to do. And especially since I know a lot of, with the black felt, you need depth. That way no light shows on it. So it's the infinite black. So I know that like you have to pull your table, your setup, whatever back further from it. So that could lead to, a shorter space to shoot. So that's always hard. But like they said, maybe buy a bigger piece, because if you just pulled this back a little more and seeing, Spidey's elbow, switch that out to a fist, like this would really be a solid shot. And as much as I love the lighting, which I do, I think, other creative things you could do is maybe add a red light, like behind Spidey as like a backlight, maybe low. So like you get a little lighting there, or you could add maybe also like a cool thing to add would be, I know Finn's experiment with this, and so have I. If you have like a spray bottle, if you kind of experiment with some rain effects, like just like stuff like that, and you don't have to do it. You could just have this kind of a simple Sunday type of shot where you just, again, swap out the fist and then just bring it out a little more, and this could be an awesome shot. But if you want to add little pizzazz, just maybe
For
color
sure.
or something
Yeah,
like that
for
could
sure.
really put it over the edge.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And if you want to see what like a spray bottle thing can do, like I posted a picture I just took recently of the that shot I did of the black suit Spider-Man outside. Do you know what I'm talking about?
yeah, oh yeah.
Bro, I was so proud of that shot. I'm not even gonna lie. I was like, bro, this is flames. I was so
Yeah,
hyped.
that shot was clean, bro. I like that.
Thank you. Yeah, it was clean. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I needed that positive reinforcement.
All right, so I guess I'll get into mine now. This is by Toy Man to Me. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that right, maybe not. And so this is a pretty sweet photo. I think we were talking about this probably, I don't know, a week ago, but I think having too much in a photo can sometimes be a downfall. And I know when you have a lot of props, you're really eager to shove so much in there and make it look really dirty and grungy. But I think here's one of the instances where like he can pull back on some of the props. Like he doesn't need two cats. Maybe get rid of either the one on the ground, the orange one, or the one on the trash cans. Only one trash can would work there. That's not like too necessary. The like steam, I don't know if it's coming out of the grate or the motorcycle, but that doesn't really need to be there. So just like little stuff to kind of pull back on all of this, because it's a little overwhelming in that sense of all the props there. And then I think there's two big main things for me is one, the window. I believe that's the window glaring kind of off the poster, the cardboard I've like city background from Target. That like window shown, it's right here. If you guys can see it, it's right in that area.
I see it.
That kind of ruins the illusion of the building, and especially since the moon's behind the building, so it can't be reflection from the moon, obviously. So that's kind of a downside thing, but you can obviously tell there's definitely some depth here with the moon being that far back and the city background and stuff. So he does get a good amount of depth, which is pretty cool here. I don't see really the necessity of having the orange light so low and near the trash cans. Like I don't know what that could really be from. Like maybe a shop if there's some like orange lighting in there, but I'd at least put it a little higher because I don't feel like it'd be that low to the ground, that orange light.
Yeah.
So that's another thing. Also, a little softer lighting. Like the lighting is extremely harsh on Natasha, and like as you can see just in her hair and stuff, it's really really harsh. So if you could maybe take some tissue paper, tie it around your lights, just soften that light, or maybe drop down your aperture, that could help with this as well. And then one last thing is the city background, especially over on this side here. You can see it very like clearly, kind of the outlines a little bit, but on the left side you really can't as much. So if you want to have the outline visible, maybe put a backlight, because there's obviously depth here behind the city background, and make like the edges clearly visible. But if you want it to blend in, then you got to remove one, the window glare, and two, just some of the lighting on the city and make those like yellow lights pop a little more and not the outline if you wanted to do that. But overall, the composition and depth of the shot's great. The pose is good. I can't tell what's Kit Bash and if she's holding something or not, because like all of this here is kind of really, I don't know if you guys can see, is she holding a baton or not? But
it looks like a gun, I think.
Yeah, I can't really tell what it is. But so that kind of also like gives away the illusion. And also another thing I just noticed is I think he used black acrylic for the ground because of the reflexive like kind of properties that are happening. So if he had maybe used some foam, it looked more realistic to a street road rather than a reflective kind of acrylic piece of plexiglass. But again, great shot, good composition and good depth. Just some things to work on just to kind of push this over the edge, because this, I mean, with the diorama you have, this could really be an awesome shot.
Yeah, this dio is so sweet, and I know Alex was gonna mention this because he's nutty for this stuff, but like the street trash is just so cool. Like it's the illusion. I think I would maybe lose the cannon and stuff, but like the paper.
Yeah, the paper
like
for sure I love.
Yeah. Just messing with it. I mean, it's just a lot of tweaking. Like the depth is sweet. Like what you said. I mean, I like it. I just think changing up the lighting and stuff would really sell it.
Yeah, for me, I'd say try and straighten the building cutouts a little bit more, because I kind of feel like they look a little too jagged. I mean, I'm for bending them a little bit because it kind of gives the illusion that there are some closer than others, but I think it's a little too bent. Also, I don't know if the moon is tangible or not. I'm not saying it needs to be.
That's the one from Toys R Us. It's a light up moon.
Okay.
Big uses it and a couple other people.
Yeah, I'd probably go for something smaller because it looks really big. Yeah. You know, I'm
the cutout, man. Cutouts are easy to do, and you can use photo paper. I used one in one of my shots, and I didn't really put it as far as I would have liked to from the backdrop, and I didn't cut it as cleanly, but this was a little bit ago. But cutouts could be your friend in making a moon a little smaller, or you can use just a white finger light or something like that to just kind of put a little like dot-ish in the sky.
Yeah, but I just think it's a little big. I mean, big moons work for certain photos, you know. I'm not saying that you should only use the tiniest of moons, but, you know, I think for this, it could have been a little bit smaller. And also, you kind of hit the nail on the head with some things, but I would probably only go for one light near Natasha. Like, you know, we have the light coming from the bottom on the side. You have the light hitting the building. You have the light hitting her. I would probably go for, like, since there's a street light right behind her, the green street light, I would probably go for just one small yellow-ish light or orangish light just above her, you know, and maybe some bluer color. Like it's very bright. And because it's at night and because the moon is out, I feel like this type of street wouldn't be this bright. You know what I'm saying? So I probably would go for less lighting, and I would soften it a lot. Maybe I'd put some red light kind of hitting this gun or whatever she's holding, just to kind of give that some more definition, so that way it's easier to kind of see.
Like with her outfit.
And while I do like some of the street trash, some of it I think could go, like you said before. But other than that, I really like some of. I believe it's Tomy. Is it Tomy? Toyman Tomy? I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I've always said Toyman Tomy in my head.
I think it is Tomy.
It probably is, yeah.
Yeah, but I have liked some of his work, and I've seen him kind of grow with some things. And I know he was kind of looking to get some. He was open to some critiques and stuff like that. But he's great. He has some really nice photos. He's got some really nice poses and stuff like that. But yeah, get rid of that glare on the building cutouts, and you may not even need to straighten it. But yeah, I think there's some really good elements here. I really like the depth. I admire the depth. I'm trying to get better with depth and stuff. So yeah.
Awesome. All right, you want to get into favorites, guys?
Yeah.
I think we should get into it. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first because I'll just be pretty quick and simple with mine. This shot is by Shakem78 on Instagram. This guy, I've been following him for a very long time. He was one of the, along with you, Finn, and Yasuke79 and Shakem78. I think you guys were like the big three of the first people that I followed that kind of got me into toy photography. But I really like this shot. I love the pose on Iron Giant. Iron Giant is one of my favorite animated movies, by the way. I just really like that movie. It's got a big nostalgia factor for me. And I've seen people use this figure a lot. But I love the focus. I love the background, the environment. You know, I don't shoot outside because I live in Texas and it'd be hot out here. But I would love to try and do something like this inside. You know, I like trying to make it look like it's real. And this just looks gorgeous. His pose, he looks like he could either be like shut down or he's just looking at the sunset. But if you look at this, it doesn't say toy to me, and that's one thing that I really like about it. It almost just looks like a robot.
I definitely get that vibe too.
Like the joints and stuff are hidden, and the fact that it's plastic, that looks like the illusion is sold, and that's one thing that I really like about this shot. I don't know if you guys had anything to say about this, but
I love the colors and the highlights and stuff. I just think I like the posing too. It's very simple and serene. Like, I think it's awesome.
Yeah, very relaxed.
Oh, definitely. I mean, the outdoorsy nature, he does a great job. Some people who choose to shoot outdoors try like they accidentally put like leaves that are out of scale and stuff like that. And he does a great job of like making this seem like it's completely in scale. Like, right. I feel like I could sit in this little like, you know, kind of grove or whatever is going on here. But yeah, it's super cool.
For sure. All right, Aiden, you want to get into yours?
Definitely.
Yeah, I'll mine real fast.
Yeah, Aiden, you want to get into yours, bro?
Probably, yeah. One of the most legendary photos I've ever seen for sure. Such a great tribute to the man Stanley, and here it is. So I'm super I knew Diego was going to do something amazing, and he of course did it. He's notorious for doing a lot of collage shots. If you have seen his like Marvel versus Capcom, I think, or DC or whatever he did,
Marvel versus DC one.
Shot. Yeah, and I know Boog doesn't like mixing lines, and I think it works sometimes and doesn't, but Diego does a great job. Like, there's the Mezco Deadpool right here, and then all Marvel Legends kind of throughout. And like the Sentinel, of course. There's the Marvel Select Hulk in there, the Mezco Cap and Doctor Strange, Punisher. There's Revoltech Spidey up in the front. Like, he does a great job of mixing lines. And I mean, this tribute's amazing. It's all amazing. I mean, the Human Torch in the back's even lit up on like super hot, which looks great. I just love the Namor kind of swimming on the side right there. The Wolverine with the metal claws, like he really
too. Yes.
Setup, and even I think that's the true exclusive, the Jubilee Wave Magneto with the actual Apocalypse Wave unmasked Magneto head sculpt on there, and that looks great too. And he did a great job of this, and it's an amazing shot, and it's great composition and depth and poses for everyone, and I think it just kind of hit home for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Black Symbiote, that's his name on IG. I think he's gotten featured twice by us. I mean, his work is just great. I love his collage shots and his Human Torch. I'm so jealous of the way he lights up his Human Torch. I don't know how he does that, but especially in a photo like this. I mean, he looks like he's actually on fire.
I know. I was talking with Diego, and he uses those photo box lights that everyone uses, but he uses like 2 or 3 of them and just bams it on that thing.
Yeah. I really like the shot. One thing that is funny to me, I'm not saying it's bad, it's just funny to me, is Namor in the bottom right corner. he's just kind of randomly swimming. I just think that's funny. But man, I really like the shot. It was a great tribute. You know, I was so agitated with some of the tributes that I saw that just seemed kind of rushed for likes and just seemed kind of just halfway done. But this looked great to me. So yeah, I really like this shot.
All right,
yeah, for sure. And Diego's such a cool guy. Like, he's such a good friend. Like, he's always helped me out, and it's just he just knocked it out of the park. I love the Stan Lee custom. I love everything about it, man.
Right. And one thing I will say is, anyone who listens, just keep on shooting, and maybe you'll be one of our faves one week. Keep grinding, keep shooting, and thanks to everyone who's been submitting their photos in Shutterbugs_CC #Shutterbugs_CC.
For sure.
We love helping people out in the community, and that's been fun. So, Finn, you want to go to yours now?
For sure. Yep, mine is by, like, if I can think of 3 toy photographers who've really influenced how I take photos, it is at least 2 right off the bat. It's Randy GBH on Instagram. He was what I first got into toy photography. He was like the first account I found. And then D_amazing. Darius has just helped me out so many times with figures, like giving me great prices or just hooking me up whenever I can't find something. Like, and the way he showed me how to pose really well, like just the way he shoots his figures is just incredible. And this one is, it seems like an unconventional photo. Like I wouldn't normally choose this one. You wouldn't normally choose this type of photo to really like look at and be like, wow. But this photo just caught my eye. And I just think it's using the ubiquitous diorama like I have never seen. Like I've never seen like a rocket coming out of it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
and I don't even like Transformers, but the way that he like lights that smoke and the pose and the lighting, how it's all that cue of purple is just so awesome. If you go on his Instagram, you'll see like, if you can see on this photo right here, you see all the different dots on the bottom. There's so many different versions and like behind the scenes stuff. Like he always so willing to do setups and stuff, which I really appreciate. And I just think he really just killed it. It's just a really simple, stellar shot that's I think really unique because I've seen a lot of Stan Lee tributes. I've seen a lot of like your average Spider-Man, Punisher, Deadpool shots this week, but I'm like, this one is like something that really kind of like set the bar high and like kind of set itself apart from all the other photos this week, I think.
Yeah, I really like it. It kind of reminds me of some stuff Simon Hill has done, Plastic Snaps on Instagram. It kind of reminds me of some stuff he's done. I remember he did a plane shot a while ago. He was trying to throw Superman in there, but this sort of like cloud, almost like smoke effect with the lights behind it and the ship flying. Yeah. I kind of want to try something like this at some point. I don't have many vehicles. That reminds me, next episode I gotta tell you guys about something that may be coming to me very soon. But yeah, I really like this. I never would have thought of using a ubiquitous set like this for like some sort of like hangar or some sort of ship or something. That is a very cool idea to me. And that makes me want to get one even more than I already do. So yeah, this is really great. I love the colors as well.
For sure. Yeah, I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, guys. Well, this has been episode 4. I just want to thank everyone, all the live viewers and stuff for joining us. Do we have anything else in the live chat, Aiden?
Let me check real fast. I haven't been checking.
Oh, me neither, bro. You're all good. No sweat at all.
Comments on that. Hold on.
Yeah, but while he looks for that, I just want to say thanks to everyone who's been listening and stuff. We apologize for just being slower with the episodes coming out. We're figuring out a new way to delegate the editing and stuff so we can get them out in a timely and faster manner. And then also we're going to try to upload them to SoundCloud and then eventually iTunes. We're still working on it, and we really appreciate your guys' patience because it's been a lot of fun recording these, and we want to make sure as many of you guys can listen to it as possible. So I just appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So we got some Finza hater in the chat. A couple of them. You know me. You got that in the chat too. And then we got basically they were saying you ain't lying about the heat here in Texas, Alex. How is it winter and it still gets to 80s?
Right, for real. I hate it.
And then Darius used a Macros Valkyrie, not a Transformers figure in that shot that we just talked about.
Oh,
yeah.
I apologize. Thank you so much for letting me know. It looks amazing.
And then we got Pedro saying much love to you guys. Great episode as always. And 796 Studios popping in and saying great show, guys. So
sweet. Thanks for all the listeners.
Awesome. Yeah.
For real. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I appreciate you all. Thank you all so much for joining us for episode 4 of the Shutterbugs podcast. I want to thank my co-hosts, Alex and Aiden. It's been a lot of fun. We will see you all next week. But until then, keep taking toy pics and be good people.